Bam. Welcome everybody to the Spot Podcast. It's Hot Topic Thursday, and you here with Nikki.
Hey y'all.
And your boy Real.
Is the mic on, my dude?
Yeah, it's on.
I'm just making sure, man.
I'm glad you said that though.
I gotta check your ass.
You gotta get those checks beforehand before we go on live, so you ain't embarrassing me like right now.
That's my bad, cause I got to do my womanly checks and go. Hold on.
You should have did it before we went live. Now I gotta feel stupid and shit.
Don't.
But I'm glad she does, cause for real though,
Really
you wouldn't believe how many times I'm fucked up and had that motherfucker muted.
Yesterday.
Muted for 20 minutes. Like, god damn.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. 20 minutes was the worst though. That was.
Yeah, it was.
That was bad. We had to restart everything, yo.
And I watched that video back. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
I need to start watching the videos.
I think you should.
I will.
Definitely watch our podcast because it gives you insight into how you are, and then how the guests are, and then just how you could be better, and then it's just some stuff you'd be like, that was dope. I love the way I did that.
You valid on that.
I liked myself that day, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's a good way to gauge yourself and to just become better and more versed in what you're doing. Sorry we're so late, y'all.
Yeah, we was in the office in the back chatting it up.
Yep. Yeah.
We were. Yeah. We're guilty. But we had a good topic going on.
We did.
And also today's topic is
ding, ding, ding. Okay, everybody. So I'm sure, like, if you're under a rock, is the only way you don't know about this, but Roe versus Wade overturned. So now abortion is illegal and it is considered manslaughter in certain states. So of course it becomes a state thing, and so depending on what state you're in, it can be certain stipulations or like penalties for actually aborting a baby. So we have decided to tackle this one because it's such a big deal. Everybody is really passionate about it. It's all over Facebook.
I have an opinion
Twitter,
about it.
It's all over.
Not one
Instagram.
that you're going to expect, though.
I don't even know what your position is, but yes, we both have insight. So that is our topic for today. And
y'all won't even expect my opinion.
We're gonna let Brandon actually start it since
Why I gotta start it?
Why you want me to go?
Yeah, I want to know why is it so a hot topic for you? This was your topic.
Okay.
You literally came to me and was like, I got a topic for Thursday.
Well, yeah,
it was on you, yo. Like you like it was one of those moments where you're like, you know what, I gotta get this off my chest.
No, it wasn't. I've just seen it every fucking where. So like when you see something so much, it eventually kind of like either if you give energy to it, it eventually becomes something that is in your head. So I've just seen it so much. Everybody has an opinion about it, you know. For me, I have had abortions before.
Okay.
I've had more than one.
Wow.
I've had 4.
Damn. What the fuck?
Yeah, 4.
Was it during your thought years that you told me about?
No.
Yo, because that's all I can think about now. She did tell me her thought years.
It actually was not. It was sprinkled across my life. It was like my first one was 23. I was really young. I wasn't ready for a baby at all. Neither was he. And I chose, and then 26, I was with the same guy, but we were in a relationship then. But just still, he was fucking up a lot, and I was just like, I cannot be that person with a kid, with this cuckoo,
Yeah.
And then it was their dad, because we dated over a 12-year span of time. So me and their dad got pregnant once. We weren't even together when I found out I was pregnant. So that just kind of like, So I was probably like 28 then or something. No, 27-ish or something. And then when I was 30, I had just had Sanai.
So 21, 26, 27, 30.
Yeah, I had just had her. She was 6 months old. And then I was pregnant by the same guy again, this ex-boyfriend that's in and out. On and off for like 15 years.
Hold on. Did I hear that right?
You did. It was like it's a weird situation.
Hell yeah, because I'm sitting here literally thinking, hold on.
Dad.
The way it sounded like is...
We split up
because that's where I was stuck at. Like, hold on,
wait.
For
a while. Like, when I was born, we split up for like 6 months. And then I kind of rekindled
and you said
with my ex.
I was 6 months old when you got pregnant again?
Yep. And I kind of rekindled with my ex. So we were split up for like 6 months. And then I rekindled with an ex and I got pregnant and all of that. He knows all this stuff too, by the way. I told him everything that happened. So... But anyways, I had just had a 6-month-old daughter, and I just felt like, oh, that's a lot, you know. So I was like, I don't think I'm quite ready for another kid, so I just didn't do it. But I've had 4, so total. So I've been pregnant like 6 times because my 2 live kids that I have now.
Damn, she's a breeder.
Man, you could sneeze on me and I'd get pregnant. Not anymore now, but
shit, I'm gonna make sure I don't sneeze your way.
Please don't.
No, I got neutered, so I can sneeze all over the fucking place. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean,
That's why I love that video. Hey, did you pull out in time? Yeah, I pulled out after I nutted.
Oh my God.
You ain't seen that shit?
I've never seen it.
You never seen? Oh fuck no! I gotta show it to you, yo.
But I am not really. Hold on. That's one of. I think that's.
It's one of them youngins.
Yes. Okay, I'm coming.
You want some what?
Noodles.
Some noodles.
Ramen. But I think I am very much pro-choice because of the fact that I have had abortions. So the idea is that a woman does have a right to choose, and I think if I didn't, you know, have the right to choose, or if I would have been penalized for what I did, I would have like 6 kids right now. And I can only imagine what kind of person I would be if I had 6 children. Probably very incapable of, you know, dealing with it.
Nah, you got Octomom.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that I could have done it. Everybody is not, you know, equipped to be
not everybody's built the same.
Yeah, everybody's not built to be a multiple mother with 6 kids, you know, and I don't think I'm one of those. But I feel like, you know, any woman that can't choose, you know, and then there's women who have ectopic pregnancies where they get, you know, pregnant in their fallopian tubes. There's women who are raped and they have babies or get pregnant and they want to abort them because they feel like that the person, you know, violated them and they don't want to carry the child. You know, there's a lot of different scenarios in these situations of why women do it. It's not just because we're being careless and we're not, you know, for my particular situations, I feel like I could have been a lot more careful and I could have been wiser about how I handle my situations, and that is different in regards to like being responsible. So yeah, there's an aspect to it where you're like, well, it does create a level of like accountability for you when you're being active, because now it makes you be like, well shit, if I'm going to be penalized for this, I'm not going to just willingly do these things and think, oh, well, I can just have an abortion, I can just take.
So you're all about accountability, right?
Very much so.
Okay, so you're upset that they're making people accountable now?
No, I'm upset that it's not about what they're saying it's about. And then it's like, oh, well, this bill is pro-life and it's about all that. It's not about that. It really is a form of population control in the bigger scheme of things, because what it does is it is going to stop a lot of people from creating and procreating.
Yeah.
The reason is because they are going to think, oh, well, shit, I could be penalized if I get pregnant and I choose not to have it.
But that might not necessarily be true, just because China had laws in place where you couldn't have more than one child. And they still, their whole country, they got billions of motherfuckers over there.
I mean, true, but
you see what I'm saying? So that doesn't necessarily say that's going to happen, though.
Well, knowing how the government operates, or how the construct that we're in operates, I understand that everything they do is big picture, and it always is some type of like monetary thing or some type of power play or some type of control thing. They always try to present it on a low level, on the like 2-dimensional. Let's use it as how we were talking about with P.O.L.O, right? Yeah. On a 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional level, they're like, oh, it's pro-life. We care about you not killing and aborting babies because that matters. And yada, 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 yada. But if we're going to go 5D, Hey, what's up? It's Mr.
Steal Your Mom. What's good, bro? How you doing, man?
And so,
appreciate you stopping by again. You know
We
what I'm
do.
saying? Thank you.
We're glad to see you.
You know. But our topic today is Roe versus Wade, since we think you just jumped in now.
Right.
So it's Hot Topic Thursdays. Miss Nikki had a great topic for today.
Right.
It's about abortion, the rights for abortion, and women's rights, for their own body, But she's explaining her view of it right now. So
Good to you on, huh?
go ahead and finish.
So that's my thing. Is like, if you're gonna go 5D with it and say, okay, well, we're talking about it from the perspective of like 5-dimensional, then it's like it's always an agenda of a power play. Something behind the scope of it. He was like, I'm doing alright. We're glad to hear it. So that, to me, is a power play with that. You know what I'm saying? It's always something deeper with them.
Oh,
it's never...
Time out real quick. Mr. Steal Your Mom's. Hey, man, how your dad doing, bro? How Big John doing?
Is that his son?
Yeah, that's his son.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, man. How your dad doing,
your pops,
bro?
Man?
I was just telling her today I gotta text him.
Man, I'm always I'm always here showing support. We appreciate you.
You know it, bro. But again, man, we want to know how your dad doing, bro, and hope he's doing great.
Tell him we said hi.
I hear he's doing like his 100 day. I don't really know the terminology for it because I haven't worked in oncology, but I hear he's doing his 100-day something. So I hope he's doing well, bro.
Me too.
But I'm sorry for interrupting you on that. It just hit me right then and there when I thought about him.
We love him. That's our guy, for sure. We can't wait till he can come back to the show because he's hilarious. But no, I mean, yeah, I just feel like there's always a bigger scope when it comes to those things. Like any type of, he said, he's in Arizona till October. He got all 12 transfused. Good. Okay. Well, good.
So he's doing good. He's doing better, hopefully. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
We'll see him when he gets back.
Yes. Definitely.
And October is in my birthday, so woo! I'm gonna go party with Big John.
But yeah, it's literally, to me, it's just a bigger agenda. Everything they do, and a lot of times now you're starting to see that, like case law, the Constitution, all of those things, Bill of Rights, all the things that are supposed to be protecting you, that you're supposed to be able to pull out and use when you're dealing with law and all of that. Starting to see that those things really have been suspended and that they're no longer valid, and you're dealing with a lot of codes and ordinances and statutes, which is not law. These are things that they create. They're color of law, or they're acting as law. So what they do is they use a lot of that now. So now they overturning shit. They, nullifying stuff. You can't use them in court anymore. Now you're going there, well, the Constitution says you can't use that here. You got to go to a federal court to do that. You see what I'm saying? Now what it's starting to do is expose the constructs for what they really are, which is nothing but, commerce court, admiralty courts that deal nothing with real law. They deal with color of law. They deal with, codes and things of that nature. So for me, it just becomes always a bigger scope when it comes to that. And anything that I feel like is the issue of women, they're always going to try to show there's a level of patriarchal control there. Because women are the most attacked being on the planet. Because everything is loud, as we said, matriarchal, or matrilineal.
I mean, it is a man's world.
But there would be nothing without a woman.
Yeah, you damn right.
But my thing is, if it's matriarchal, if it's matrilineal, right, and you flipping it on its axis and saying, well, we have a, patriarchal construct.
Yeah.
Like, anything that will objectify a woman or suppress a woman's ability to control her body or to control her right to do something with her body, that sounds very patriarchal to me.
It is.
So
that aspect, yes, it is.
So to me, it's like, it's all about that. Like I told you about the narrative, the slave narrative. It's always the idea to do things to perpetuate the idea of something. Okay. So when you show a slave narrative enough, you keep programming it into people. Because you see how they do it every couple years? You watch Django, and then 12 Years Slave comes out.
It's a simple term of, if you tell somebody they're stupid a million fucking times, eventually
you're going to convince them.
That they're
stupid.
You
keep putting things out there that continue to perpetuate that lie. So it's like,
now,
even in that small
now,
way.
before we go on to that subject,
Okay.
I want to go back and touch on what you've been saying, as far as the
Because your
abortion.
position is...
Well, honestly, I agree with you. I'm not...
He said, I'm going to be there for sure. When his dad come back.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not anti-abortion. And I am pro your choice.
Pro-choice.
The twist is, though, is I'm also pro his choice as well.
Like the man.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's an issue to take away from the male who's
I'm not saying
with her, because I think that's important.
Right. No, I'm not saying as far as control over her, nothing like that. What I'm saying as far as pro his choice as well is my question to you was going to be is have you thought about if any of them men that you got pregnant by wanted to be a father before
They did.
And you didn't consider
Both, of course I did.
You didn't care.
I did care. Ultimately, though, it was like that's the ultimate problem. Is that at the end of the day, the person that's carrying the child and that's going to have to, like I've learned that with having my own kids. It doesn't matter how much you want the baby as a man, you have the ability. If you're a real man, you're not going to do this. But if you're not, you can walk away at any point. And the woman, the mother, she is still responsible. She is still there.
Yeah, that's not always true.
But listen to what I'm saying.
I'm hearing you.
All I'm saying is that majority of the time, not
right.
always.
No, you're right.
There's no absolute.
No, you're right. No, the majority of the time it
is the woman who is left to deal with being a mother.
It is.
And she also has to carry the child. A man can be like, well, hey, I want you to keep it. I want you to do it. Yeah. Right? But he's not carrying the baby. And then on top of that, it's not, they literally say this saying, and I used to be like, oh, that sounds like
so the question is
shit.
this, though.
What's that?
Because that's the main thing everyone brings up is he's not carrying the child. Okay, well, I didn't make that decision. You were born a woman. I was born a man.
True.
Okay, so don't sit there and throw in my face what you were born to do.
No, I understand that, but I still have the right to choose.
I understand
that, do it.
But at the same time, I look at it like this: you can't ask for equality if you're not willing to give equality.
And you're saying in regards to choice?
To choice if I wanted a child. So let me give you my examples.
But
why?
if you can't create one,
what you mean? I'm the one that planted the seed. I did create
you
that.
Planted the seed, but you can't carry it.
Life starts with me.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You telling me my sperm is dead?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so life starts with me. Your seed is a shell that carries my seed.
Sweetie, listen. Life is sparked by your seed. You're right. But life starts with me because you can't create. Let me tell you something. You can take my uterus out of my body.
And I create all
kinds
of shit.
You can fertilize it with your semen. But my uterus will grow that child into a being. You cannot do that without me.
Yes, you can, and I can show you. They've already done it.
So you can take your semen without a womb.
They created incubators specifically for that, and I will show you.
Let me ask you a question.
They've already done it.
Let me ask you a question.
So while you sitting there trying, you can't do it without. Yes, we can.
Let me ask you a question. What is the nature? Because everything in regards to something artificial that's been created is a byproduct of something
organic.
In nature. Hold on.
It's organic.
What is the natural thing that does this, that they took that formula from and made an incubator that's going to do what does first?
Hey, look.
Where they get it from? No, listen.
They got it from her. Who's
her?
Got the idea from a female.
Thank you. So my thing is, regardless, create something artificial. Listen. Create something artificial all you want.
Did I say?
No, but I'm telling. But don't discredit.
I'm not discrediting you. But when you sit there and say when women say stuff like that, you discredit us.
I don't. I wasn't. I gave you your props on what you do, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that I need you physically to create a baby. On the opposite end of that, you do need me. Even if you go get an incubator and put your sperm in it. You need me to create life. You can't do it without me. Well, not anymore. Now that some artificial person that's crazy. I'm not yelling at you. This is a passionate conversation. I understand that, but that's how I talk.
You look like you got a real heart.
No. I'm passionate. passionate.
You real
like
animated, yo.
I'm very like
Go
the lady.
ahead.
I told her that.
I'm
I was
chill, like golly.
oh, Smokey, stop it.
Here.
You veins
Shit.
popping out your neck. You don't even see yourself. You never see
I'm
yourself. And I
fucking
tell you
with
after
you, Miss
later, I'm
Nikki.
like, you know
I'm
what?
fucking with you.
But no, listen.
But go ahead.
The point of it is that you can't, whether you go get a fake incubator or not, I can inseminate myself without you.
All right, so check this out.
I don't physically need you.
I understand all that.
You do need me.
First off, you need my seed no matter what.
True.
No matter what.
And I gave you that.
So yes.
And I gave you
But
that.
and I gave you what you said.
No, but you can't. But you can't.
What you mean?
You, can
you
get
can't give me mine.
You can't. Listen.
What you mean? I gave you that, but I can't give you yours.
You did give me
your
mine.
credit for
but
being a woman.
But give me my credit for growing the seed.
Oh no!
Housing the seed.
I'm not discrediting that. I'm not doing none of that.
I'm just
no,
saying.
because like I said, I like for real. Let me tell you an experience I've had. Okay. When I was going through med school, yo, they show. I think I told you about how there was this couple that actually agreed to have a video,
of the
like
baby
a camera,
growing into.
but all the way from conception, sperm and all that, yo.
Okay.
So
I think you did
know
say
what I'm saying,
something about that.
but anyways, after watching that video and seeing what the whole process of it, it gave me a whole profound respect of what women go through.
Where's Demure?
Yeah, she got injured, so she ain't coming through tonight, yo. She hurt her neck, so she gonna relax it, you know.
But she was here last night though.
She
It
was.
dope. It was fun.
She was.
Fun shit.
It gave me a profound respect of more of what women do. Like I've already had respect for what women do, but watching that, I was like, oh, now I understand, and like, oh, like damn, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? Like they shit go through some shit. Motherfucker, you keep looking at me like that, yo.
Because you always say some slick shit.
But I wasn't being slick.
No one is knocking y'all. I never took away from that.
So anyway, beyond
say
that
pro-choice
part,
male.
okay?
Okay.
So
male pro-choice.
my thing is this though, is and I got rebuttals for certain things. I know what you're gonna come at me about. But anyways, my thing is this: if you're not gonna give us the choice when you get pregnant, whether or not we want the child or not, like you can, then how is it that you can sit here and slap us with child support?
I don't do child support, so I can't speak on that because I've never done that.
So
I don't personally. I personally don't agree with child support.
So now, and I'm gonna pull this up just so you can see exactly what I mean.
Okay.
And this is one of those examples of y'all women is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it.
Y'all women, I don't even do child support.
Let me not.
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the construct of it.
No. I'm not trying to. I'm not generalizing all of y'all.
I think child support is, to me, an incompetent person's way of dealing with something. Because I feel like if you are competent enough with you and him, y'all should be able to sit down and talk about, and that's what I mean when I say we're incompetent as a people, because we can't even have a conversation with our kids' mothers or fathers without it being some type of, I'm emotionally still vested here, I'm not mature enough to talk to you, you're this, you're that. You can't even have a mature conversation with your
check this out.
Ex-significant other.
So when me and my wife, we were separated when we first got together, you know what I'm saying, she was pregnant. And you know what I'm saying, she was in New Mexico, I was out in Denver. And I had a one-night stand with my son's mother.
Right, which I believe you did tell me something about that.
So anyways, my thing is this.
What's your thing? You didn't want to
She
have
came
a
at... No, I didn't. She came at me and said she was pregnant. I was like, well, no. 5 minutes after we did the deed, you know what I'm saying? You know, putting clothes on, whatever.
She knew?
I was like, no, I went to her. I was like, yo, I can't have another kid. She knew I had one on the way.
Okay.
I was like, yo, I can't have another kid. She was like, literally, word for word, was like, you should have thought of that before you did what you did. I was like, oh, so you trying to have one of them old keep a nigga babies, huh?
I remember you telling me that.
Like, because that's literally what it is now. Because other than that, it's an easy thing for you to be like, you know what? I don't want this child. I'm going to go get an abortion.
Right.
For us, on the other hand, we got to ask for this permission.
That's true.
And it's like, but you could be like, nah, I want it or I don't want it.
True.
And trap a nigga if you want it. She basically literally told me that in my motherfucking face. You should have thought of that before you did what you did. Okay, well, you should have thought about protection, all that too. You can't put all that responsibility on me.
I agree with you.
So anyways, you know what I'm saying?
I've been on the opposite end of that. Because, like, for me, and that's what I mean. There's no absolute scenario because
No,
like
there
for
ain't.
my situation, it was totally different. Like I was asked every time, could you keep the child? Don't get rid of the child. And I was the one who was like, look, I respect how you feel. I understand how you feel, but I'm not in the position where I'm ready to take on that responsibility. And I also didn't know if I wanted to be tethered to those people because you're tethered to this person for the rest of your life.
But what about the guy's opinion about that?
I respected it, but ultimately,
well, I mean, as
like
far
I said,
as
Brandon,
well, I mean, as far as him saying, you know, I'm not ready to have a child.
Well, no,
I'm not.
Well, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. See, I don't know that side of it. You do.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many men. My thing is this: why do you think a lot of men walk away, go away, disappear? Because they're literally telling the woman when she tells him she's pregnant.
He doesn't want the baby.
He's like, yo, I don't want the baby. Da 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 da.
Agreed.
Oh well, no, I'm not. Well, look.
This is what
it is. You don't turn the tables around. Look, lady, I want the baby. Da da da. I'm not ready to have a baby. Da. What the fuck?
It's true.
And that's where I come into play. Like, okay, hold on here.
I agree with.
You're asking for equality, but you're not willing to give equality.
I feel like...
And I understand it's your body and all that, but it's also my life as well. You thinking about your life, I'm thinking about mine too as well.
That's
so
true.
Why is it that you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I saw, like when I told you, like, you ain't going to expect my...
But I think because of your paradigm, the way you see it, because you've been in a scenario where you were like, I don't want to.
Right, so check this out.
I'm doing it.
So check this out. She calls me at my job, tells me she's pregnant. I was like, yo, how far along? She goes, 5 weeks. I looked at her and was like, yo, I literally met you 5 weeks. Because at this time, I didn't know how, I wasn't in healthcare, didn't know how the body worked, none of that shit. Didn't know how y'all get pregnant, none of that shit. You know, as far as like the cycle runs, you know, when you could tell and all that shit. I didn't know all that shit. I was young and dumb. So anyways, telling me pregnant. I'm like, yo, look, I want a paternity test. I was like, I just want to make sure it's mine. I'm not saying I ain't going to be there, but I just want to make sure it's mine.
That's my child, yeah.
No. You need to tell my dad it's yours. No, I'm not telling your dad it's mine until I know it's mine.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? No, hang up on the nigga. Call me right fucking back. Yo, she did that for like a half an hour. I'm like, God damn it, yo. So anyways, she disappears for 5 years.
And then comes back around and she's
I get a letter in the mail for child support.
Oh, yeah.
That's how she popped up. Oh, now you need help. Okay, well, here comes a paternity test like I asked for. You know what I'm saying? So, got the paternity test. It's mine. She disappears again. I'm all over child support's ass. Yo, let me at least get visitation with my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, contact, all that shit. Child support treated me like I was a deadbeat ass dad. True. First off, I paid my child support. They hit me with 5 years of arrears.
Like reback.
Knock that shit out. Sitting there going to child support like, yo, let me get my son's life. You know what I'm saying? Part of my son's life. There's motherfuckers out there who's like, I don't even give a fuck.
That's true.
But you treat me like one of them niggas?
That's true. And I agree with you. And see, for me, that's the point of what I'm saying. Like, when you're having this type of conversation for the woman, you know, I get the initial response of what I'm saying. But what I've never had is a dude say, like, well, hey, what about this? Because you're choosing to have no baby or to have a baby. But then it's like you hit me with this or you tell me you're going to do it. And I don't get to say what I want. You know what I'm saying? And it brings perspective to me about when I was having conversations with those men and they were saying they wanted me to do it. And I didn't do it. How helpless they probably felt. Because I know that my ex, for sure, he to this day is like, I wanted you to do it. And he'll say that you killed my child or you killed my kids or whatever. And of course it makes you feel bad because you're like, well, damn, I don't like to think of it that way. But it does make you feel like how helpless he felt. And just on the opposite end, flipping for you, how helpless you must have felt for her to say, well, I'm doing it. And then disappear. And then pop up. And you're going to pay this. And you're his dad. And you're going to do that.
And with that being said, she disappeared again. Right? 14 years later.
She shows up again.
I get a fucking message in my Facebook. Darian wants to meet you. Great. All right, cool. Bring him over. Here's my address. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? He comes spends the weekend with me. She trying to have a relationship.
With you?
Yeah. I'm like, yo, look,
with your wife.
I'm married.
Yeah.
It's not happening, yo. And plus, I don't want to be with you. One, I don't fucking know you. It's just a one-night stand, yo. There's no value in this. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying like you're less value, none of that. I'm saying there's no value in this relationship.
There's nothing
It was a fucking one-night stand, yo. You see what I'm saying? Like, how can you sit there and be like, want a relationship with somebody you don't know, ran from for 14 fucking years?
Okay, but then does that go back to accountability for you?
As far as
any man.
As far as what?
Now it's, you had a one night stand.
Oh, I'm not saying it.
And you have to be, listen now.
Oh, I'm paying my child support.
No, I know that.
I'm sitting there trying to be a part of my son's life.
But listen to what I'm saying.
So that's accountable.
No, I know, but I'm talking about even before the child.
Mm-hmm.
When we're having sex with somebody.
Again.
And we're laying down with these people, right? We become responsible.
Oh, yeah.
And for men too, it's like, okay, yeah. As a woman, that's my son. I gotta go make him some noodles.
You gotta make that man some noodles.
I gotta go do it, y'all. I'm about to pause for the cause. I gotta go make Mason some noodles.
You gotta go make him some noodles, y'all.
Look,
I'm here fighting for the cause, man.
He's doing
I'm
such
fighting
a good
for
job.
I'm fighting, yo.
He's actually opening my eyes up to some things.
I'm fighting for y'all, yo.
Wasn't
like,
thinking about
again, I'm not anti-abortion. I am pro-abortion. I am pro-women's rights. All that shit. Cause I got a mom. I got two sisters, and there's no fucking way y'all finna, you know what I'm saying, restrict them of anything. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, I'll be right back.
Yeah, but yeah, you know what I'm. Who's that? We got messages going across. Oh, they liking the reels. Yeah. But there's no way I'm finna. And then, you know, of course, my wife, like, why would I allow you to restrict them, the women in my life? Fuck all that. You're not doing it. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not doing it. I'd rather us talk about what's going down than, you know what I'm saying, then you sit here and make the decision for yourself. And especially, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to allow somebody to make a decision for multiple people who want something different. So, yeah, that's what it's going to be. If more than one person wants it, we going to get it. Shit. But yeah, y'all, yeah. So, we're going to finish the conversation when she's finish making them noodles. Making those noodles. Yeah, because my story gets deeper. Y'all gonna enjoy this story. Mm-hmm. Wow. But anyways, guys, Mr. Still Your Moms, if you still there though, you know, again about your dads, bro. We glad he you know what I'm saying, he doing better. He got what he needed, you know what I'm saying, happy about that. And I can't really see anything. I need to put my glasses on, guys. I'm blind. My old man. Ah, shuck a duck. Let's see. Have we been going on for 30 minutes? God, it feels like we've been going longer than that. Wow. That's a trip, guys. My. Hey, but yeah, I'm fighting for y'all dudes, yo. Forget that. We need a choice in this without getting slapped with what they want us to get hit with. Like, yo, shit's unreal. But we're gonna see. That's right. Oh, man. I don't know why it ain't popping up on that, yo. Let me go to it, yo. I'm sorry. Hold on. Damn it, man. Damn it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's turn the volume down. Shit. Chat. There we go. For real though, church do be trying to control shit too. Yeah, they do. And I gotta fix this. I don't know why the YouTube chat isn't showing up over here. I gotta fix that. So I'm gonna get that fixed. Yeah, cause it used to show up over here. I don't know why it ain't no more. I may know why, but I can't do it right now because it'll end the stream. We ain't trying to end the stream just yet. But yeah, so anyways, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do it though. I'm promoting the Slurpees out in this motherfucker. Damn, I need my glasses. What's that? Shit, that went away. Fuck it. Yep. I think she coming back now. It's gonna say them noodles can't take that damn long. I am. I just talked to you about. Yeah. I was just talking to you about. You can't hear me? Do I need to face the mic? Bomba clock. What up?
You still on?
Yeah, we live. Boom. I don't. Yeah, so you gotta take marriage out because marriage ain't really a lifetime thing because you're able to divorce. You can't just divorce your kids. I mean, you can, but it ain't the same. Well, not for me. It wouldn't be for me because I feel attached to mine. Yo, these noodles is forever, yo. Like, what's up with this? I'm like, damn, she made some gourmet noodles or something? Like, shit, I know ramen noodles don't take that long. I'm like, would you get lost, nigga? Fuck. I wonder what he's chatting on then. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I have to figure this out when we're not streaming. Really well. And I'm going to have to roll another blunt. Yes, ma'am. See, look, she's messing up the topic. Yo, I'm clowning when she get back. I'm clowning. I'm like, look, ramen noodles don't take that long. Bam! She got me looking like somebody waiting and shit. What kind of shit is that? Well, I did say I was gonna roll a blunt, huh? Let's get that rolled up. Blam! Yeah. Getting rolled up. rolled up. I gotta buy some more weed, yo. I'm almost out. And I hate being out of weed, yo. It's like when my wife leaves town, you missing the fuck out of them and shit. Hell no. I ain't on front. My wife can't even leave town for like 2 hours and I'm already calling her. What you doing? I miss you. She be mad. She ain't talking to me right now. She mad at me. I'm in the doghouse with the brand new dog that I got. Yeah. I had to get it. Kids wanted a dog. I wanted a dog. Majority wins. Funny thing is, I know she's starting to warm up to the dog. Yeah. She be trying to act like she ain't. She is, though. It's a real mellow dog. Real mellow. Hello?
You got a caller on your line, cuzzo.
I got what?
You got a caller on the line.
Where you see the caller on the line at?
It's me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you funny. Yeah.
Look, I'm like, boy, there must be some gourmet noodles up in there.
For real though, yo. Like, what's up with that? Gourmet.
Like, dang, where my co-host at?
She done disappeared and shit, yo. Like she trying to hook them motherfucking noodles up. She got like, I gotta go dice up these onions, these tomatoes and shit.
Right. She making some Japanese ramen noodles.
Right, put some oregano in it, you know, like the hell? Man, it should take 3 minutes.
That's about it. That's what they say.
We now on 10 minutes.
No, the topic's a good topic, though. I think it's a good topic.
It is.
About the whole rover, but that's why I'll be glad when you get the YouTube comments.
I'm looking at the comments.
Oh, okay, you are, okay.
I was responding to them.
Okay, that's what's up.
But I guess you just didn't hear me or something. I don't know. I was like, do I need to face the mic or something?
No, you good. I heard you.
Oh, okay.
I heard you, but yeah, that's why I'm like, now I understand why the church be like, if you pregnant, you gotta get married, because raising a child is a lifetime. So I kind of get that perspective, and I know it's a scare tactic because it's like you have to think if you really want to be with this person for the rest of your life raising a child.
Yeah. But you're not always with them.
Huh?
You ain't always gonna be with them.
No. But the ideal is to be with them now. That's why the whole, back in the 60s when you get shamed for having a child out of wedlock.
Oh, yeah.
Because they expect that if you're going to have a child, that's supposed to be your husband. That's who
right.
Be married,
Yeah.
All that shacking up. And, that's
for real. For real. They really do be saying that shit.
Yeah, they do. But I do understand the logic behind it, because then you just have all these kids without nuclear household.
Right.
Remember when it was taught in school when they talked about the nuclear family and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, them motherfuckers, they just, I don't know. I mean, I understand, in a sense, if that was what they was trying to do as far as, make you think that, be with them and shit. My cousin. Man, where you get them gummy worms? Yo, how the hell you gonna come in here with some gummy worms?
We was trying to buy you some time.
I appreciate you, boo. I had to get the kids together, girl. Now I'm back. They could not wait.
I'll go on and release the line. Let y'all go and get back to y'all conversation.
All right, Dito.
I love it.
I appreciate you.
Anytime, bye.
Bye.
All right.
But anyways, though, let me get back to this message so you can be and you really gonna smack on them motherfuckers, yo? You
wanna
for
try
real?
some?
You know I got misophonia.
You want to try some? What's misophonia?
No, I don't want it, but misophonia is people like I didn't realize this until
Is it like a phobia of smacking?
not in a. I'll tell you about it. I didn't realize this existed until a nurse, my charge nurse, came in the OR and her and the doctor was talking about it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck? So misophonia is, you have a very high sensitivity to like people eating, smacking gum, clinking the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do. My wife will tell you, yo, I can't stand it. The smacking the food, all that shit, the gum. And you motherfuckers is doing that shit on purpose. Yo, my wife does that shit on purpose and be looking dead at me.
I'm not doing it on purpose,
I be like,
though.
yo.
I didn't know you had misophonia.
Yo, I be looking at her crazy. Yo, I be like, ugh.
Crying on Metro.
I be getting up in public. I just be walking away from motherfuckers. Yo, I got it. And I ain't realize it. But anyways, let me get back to the story. Fucker, while you over there smacking and sounding nasty and disgusting and shit.
It's like AMSR. You ever heard of that? You would hate that shit then.
ASMR.
Yeah, that's it. Where people eat and they eat into the mic. So they be like,
oh, no.
And they be smacking. They be like, or they'll like chew on like
I hang up on motherfuckers.
They be on YouTube, or they be chewing on like a egg
roll.
roll.
No.
And they be like,
I know what you're talking about now. This is the motherfuckers that be licking on that microphone thing they be having. It's a lick mic. I be like, what the hell? But anyways, yo, you know, she wanted to have a relationship. And I was like, nope.
The woman.
Yeah, like that ain't happening. So anyway, she literally told me, well, you're not gonna see your son. I was like, whatever, I haven't seen him for fucking 14 years. Like, it really hurt my fucking feelings now.
But the dick kinda hurt your feelings though, didn't it?
Well, I mean, I didn't want her to fucking know that shit. So I'm gonna be a dick. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a dick. I got no other choice but to be a fucking dick. You see what I'm saying? Besides, like, what? You did that for 14 fucking years. But you think I'm missing something? So anyways, next thing I know, 6 months later, it's on a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's like around 10, 11 o'clock at night. No bullshit. Me and the wifey, we sitting on the couch. We was watching a movie, I believe, because I remember we was both sitting in the living room, knock on the fucking door, doom. And it wasn't like a homie knock or nothing like that. Now it was like one of the doom. Not a cop knock, but like okay. Me and her looked at each other like, you expecting somebody?
You have to get served, nigga.
Nigga, I went to open the door. This is white dude standing there.
He served your ass.
He got like, Brandon? Caught me off guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Served me.
I told you.
I was like,
I served somebody before.
So I started to pull out the papers. All I see is child services, child support, and I'm like,
again.
Hold on. I know I ain't got no illegitimate kids out there that I don't know about. Like, what the fuck? I was like, I know I don't. So I only pulled out part of it, but that's what was running in my head. I pull out more. I see my son's name, Darian. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Child
Pull
support
out
again,
more.
huh?
No, it wasn't child support. It's child services. I'm getting subpoenaed to court. I got to go on Monday.
For what?
I don't know.
Oh.
At that time, I didn't know. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay.
And I mean, this is like a packet. I'm like, yo, this is a lot of shit. I'm like, I'm going to just wait till fucking Monday so these motherfuckers could tell me because I'm not finna read all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I get to court on Monday, and sure enough, come to find out, she abandoned my son to the state.
Oh, my God.
14 years old. Abandoned my little nigga to the state.
So...
Come to find out, she had 4 charges against her in the state of Tennessee for child abuse. They also assumed that she was sexually abusing my son.
Fuck.
My son, in turn, because of the abuse he was going through, sexually abused his little brother that she had with another dude. Mind you, I'm sitting there in court like, oh, but y'all never called me? I literally told him, I was like, y'all never called me? You know what they told me, yo? They was like, well, you know, past 6 months, you know, as far as when he got in the system, we didn't know where you were. We couldn't find you. Literally, yo, I looked at the judge like she was stupid as fuck. What? Because I'm telling you, I ain't had no fucking issues chewing and cussing out the fucking child support officer. I was getting kicked the fuck out by them cops. You gotta leave now. They don't want you here no more. Literally getting kicked the fuck out of child support because I'm like, yo, let me see my son. So anyways, they like, we couldn't find him. Literally, I looked at the judge like she was dumb as fucking shit. What you mean? You know where my fucking money's at? I paid child support every fucking month. You know where my money was at? And I'll call y'all and tell y'all when I get a new job or when I moved and all this other shit. You automatically know where my money is at.
Usually.
Within 2 weeks of my fucking employment, you know. Why? Because my social security pops the fuck up. Pow! What the fuck you mean you don't know where I was at?
That's true. Indeed.
She just sat there. Well, sir, we're not here for that.
Because they're not milk.
Whoa! Yo, I'm sitting there pissed now. I'm literally pissed. Female fucking judge, right? So I'm like, okay. So after all this that you're telling me, these charges you got in Tennessee, we ain't gonna charge you with child endangerment, child abandonment, child this, da. Sir, we're not here for that. Fuck you!
But it's true.
Yo, dead ass.
That construct is not built to...
The fuck you... And I told her in her fucking face, if it was a guy, you burn his fucking ass. Fuck you mean? We ain't here for that.
They're not there for that.
She was like, sir, look, I'm gonna have you removed if you don't. I don't care, yo. You think I care right now? I don't care. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all just proving my goddamn point. Y'all full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, they were like, I was like, all right, well, give me my son. They were like, nah. What you mean I can't have my son? Well, because you got a 6-year-old son in your home.
Oh, and he's considered a sex offender?
Currently, he's gonna go through therapy and all this shit so he can get the charges, dropped and all that. Because he was underage. He was only 14. 14 at the time.
How old's he now?
He's 22.
And where is he now?
Florida.
Okay.
Doing great. But anyway, I'm gonna show you this message in a second.
Okay.
Anyways, they were telling me how I got to go to all these therapy meetings with them and meetings and this and this and that. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that shit. They were like, why? Because you won't give me my son. Seems how you want to keep him. You want to be the fucking dad. Take care of fucking business. You got your rabbit ass fucking mind. I'll go pick him up and visit him when I want to. You can suck my dick. Literally, I'm telling him this shit. No. Yo, dead ass. One day, his counselor hands me paperwork. I'm looking at it. Yo, it's talking about how she was like literally dogging me out in this court deposition, right? His counselor. Next thing I know, I see Martinez. I was like, I looked at it, I was like, who's Martinez? She goes, let me see that. And looks at it. She goes, oh, this is another child's case. I was copy and pasting. Man, give me that fucking paper. You sat here and fucking falsified some documents, had me looking fucking stupid in court because your dumb ass can't do your fucking job? Roasted her, got her fired. Dead ass.
Those veins
fuck that bitch.
Out, just like
fuck that bitch.
Oh my God, stop.
I was mad. No. I don't give a damn. She shouldn't have did that. She shouldn't have did that. She fell under that category.
Oh.
That's my opinion on it. I don't care if I'm wrong on it. That's just my opinion.
That's where we go.
Oh yeah, especially when you cross that line and you putting me in the bad eye in front of a judge. You know what I'm saying? No. We ain't playing that game because you can't do your job. Copy and pasting other fucking casework onto my shit.
Well, that is definitely.
So, anyways, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't have my son, right? You know, visiting, doing this for 3 years. And then one day, he graduates. Now he's living with me, you know what I'm saying, 3 years later. after he graduated, and I had to pay child support the whole time to the state too. So
while he was with you?
No, while he was in the group
place.
home. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, check. This is where it gets worse. One day, my son comes up to me and says, "Hey, Dad, you might hear some things about Bill. Bill was a foster dad." I'm like, "Okay, like what?" Like somebody was accusing him of sexual abuse. I was like, "All right, well, is it multiple people that was accusing?" No, at first I was like, "Well, did he touch you?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "All right." I was like, "Well, is it more than one kid?" He goes, "I don't know." I was like, "All right, well, check it out." It was like, Bill seemed like a cool guy when I met him, you know what I'm saying? I was like, if it's more than one kid, dude's fucked. I'm going to let you know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Dude's fucked. If it's one, it's going to be hard for them to prove shit. That's just how it is. Sexual abuse is hard to prove most of the time. Mm-hmm. So anyways, goes on. Literally, yo, one day, my son comes back to me and was like, "Yo, here, look at this." Next thing I know, Bill's all over the fucking news. They done arrested this motherfucker. I look at this nigga again. I'm looking at the article like, oh, they saying this nigga done raped motherfucking boys in the group home that you living in. I look at him and was like, again, I'm going to ask you again, Darian. Did he touch you? Yeah. Came out and told me the whole fucking ordeal. Yo, it gets worse. So, we go get a lawyer. We go get a lawyer. Before I even went at the fucking, back to the people, the group home, all that shit, we got a lawyer. Lawyered up. Went to her, but was like, yo, first off, come to find out, y'all knew this motherfucker was a sexual predator for 3 goddamn years. And you still allowed him to be around boys. Oh. Then, on top of that, you told me in my fucking face, in front of the fucking judge, the reason why I couldn't have my son was because I had a 6-year-old, but you'd rather him be with a fucking sexual predator. Oh, fucking great. He's supposed to be getting fucking therapy because of the shit he went through with his mom and what his brother through. Oh, and I was paying the fucking dude money. Child support. Oh, I'm going to get that fucking shit back. Yeah, I was going off, right? Man, let me tell you. Oh, they didn't know what to say. We sued the state. We sued the motherfucking group home. Mm-hmm. This nigga got 54 fucking years in prison. Yup. Dead ass. So during that time he was in his group home, I'm also telling my son, hey, look, don't be mad at your mom for what she did. Okay? It's like not everybody's built to go through situations.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody handles situations how others will handle situations. True. This might have been a situation she wasn't built to handle, and, people make poor choices during those decisions or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't always be mad at her. You know what I'm saying? One day, you might want to talk to her again. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm not telling you to forget what she did. I'm telling you to forgive what she did. Mm. But I don't want you carrying that anger on your heart, and it's on your shoulders and all this shit because of what she did. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to let, eventually, hopefully, let it go, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, he starts talking to his mom again.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's usually the case. Well, not always, but.
So she told him when she went to the group home, the reason why he went to the group home was because her dad, abandoned him to the state. Which wasn't what happened. I'm like, did you see that happen? No. Then why would you believe her lie? So, anyways, when he started talking to her again, this bitch used that same fucking lie against me. Oh, yeah, you goddamn right. I don't give a shit. But anyways, so, she told the same lie to him about me, about her, that she used on her granddad. I was like, D, what does your eyes fucking show you? So anyways, we stopped talking because he was believing her lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Okay, that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I understand it. Fine. Mm-hmm. Fine. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, whatever, whatnot. Fine. He stopped talking to me for like a year and a half up until...
Recently?
Oh, yeah. Up until January.
Is this a text?
And read that.
This is from him?
Yes, him. That's my son right there.
Oh, that's what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Darian Howard. I guess you were right. Mom ain't shit. She abandoned both her kids to move to Africa. What? And he said, and marry some nigga named George. Oh, Lord. I know we had our differences, but at least I can say that I have a father. I wanted to have both of my parents come together and tell me that everything's going to be okay, but it seems like I can only have one. I know there are some things in the past that we both could have handled better, but the thing is, I think we should move on and look to the future, because even though I am 21, I still need my dad, my father figure, my mentor, my guide to get to better me. And I know you mean well, but it's been hard for me to accept the love of my father due to the lack of love from my mother and the things she put me through. I can't say if my mom loves me or not, but I know that you've told me that you loved me more than she has my entire life. I apologize for my behaviors, my wrong actions, and to help better the relationship between us, I want to find peace. And I know you can help me find that. I still think about my brothers and how I wasn't a good brother to them. No matter what, I want to be a brother to them. To a brother they can depend on and look up to. I apologize for not acting accordingly.
Keep scrolling.
Oh shit. Okay. There's more. And you said no need to apologize. Am I reading that too?
Yeah.
Oh, no need to apologize, Darren. I understand how you feel. I feel I should have done better, way better. Still working on that. Your brothers don't think about bad of you. They miss you. I moved past all the bad things. I just want a future with you. I thought about you a lot. I thought about if I was ever going to hear from you again. I'm sorry about your moms. What about your little brother? Where's he? I am concerned for him and hope he's doing well and we'll have someone there for him. As for acting accordingly, be you, D. You must always be yourself first. You needed to do what was best for you. Shit, I'm still finding who I am, and I'm 43. Life is life, and it will throw you some curveballs, but don't apologize for not acting accordingly, because I don't think there's any right way to act. You needed to find you, and no matter how much time that takes, I will be here for you. If anyone needs to apologize, it's me. So I'm sorry, Darren, for pushing you to something that was you were not ready for. And then you gave him your number. And that's it? Or am I still supposed to read the rest? Okay. That's what's up.
So, now, I look back at like, okay, I did ask for an abortion. I am glad she didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because there's now, and I didn't hold myself accountable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me,
Mm-hmm.
for my kids, you're mine. I'm going to fight for my kids.
As you should.
And there was never a chance. Like, there's been times where, like, me and Cheryl, we went to court over the kids. Like, it was a bad period. That first 10 years we went through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I was always like, no, they don't automatically go to her. Fuck that. That's how I was. Like, no, I don't play that shit. That's just how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we gonna talk about this shit, and I ended up getting the kid. So,
I mean, to me, that's to be respected, man.
But
I think.
But anyways, though, my thing is though, whether it's abortion or not, and you see the situation, we're like, well, hold on. It's proven. I mean, I'm not saying that you said that it's 100% that, you know what I'm saying, that women are like this and ain't like this, whatever. But still, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. What about our choice? What about our lives? Because, we understand, it's your body.
True.
But at the same time, look, you're born that way. I can't deny you that. Just like I can't sit here and tell you, well, I'm sorry I was born a guy. But fuck. You're telling me I have no fucking choice in this matter?
I think you do.
Besides just fucking dipping out and running.
But I do.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think there is a ceiling on that option when you're not the one who is carrying the child. I don't think you shouldn't have a choice.
No, I know there's that silly.
I feel like
I agree with that silly.
Because the thing with me, I come from a whole different paradigm. The way that you think and the way you fought for your kids and stuff like that is admirable and it's noble. And I really wish that my paradigm in regards to what I've experienced on the opposite end with my children was similar to that. because my story is totally different from yours.
Yeah. And I respect that as far as every situation is different.
Exactly.
And
so like hearing you be like, well, I fought for my child, and I, wanted to do this, and I paid child support, and I took care of my responsibilities, and I've been there for my kids, and I've, it's not just your decision, but that's predicated on you being passionate about being a father and you being active with your kids. That takes a certain type of man to choose that route, because on my end, now my story is totally different. I have a children's father, as they say. I have 2 beautiful babies, as people have seen them. You've seen them. He's not active at all. I am the sole provider for my kids. I do everything for them. Clothes, food, shoes, you name it, I do it. And he doesn't help me, not even with time. I don't get breaks. I don't get, rest. I don't get a time off. He doesn't come get them. He came and got them on Father's Day for the first time in like 2 months. Then he came again on that Tuesday. And the only reason I really believe he's coming around now is because I believe there's a woman involved. And that's what he does. That's his pattern. He finds somebody, starts dating them, and then it's, oh, well, I got kids. Because, women like kids. Women like family men. Women like men who have children.
I guess.
And, well, they like the idea that you're a good dad. Because most women are looking for a dude that takes care of his kids. Who the fuck's going to tell a woman, well, yeah, I mean, I got 4 kids, but, I got 2 small ones. One's 9 or 10. And my son's about to be 6, but I don't do shit for him. Ain't no woman gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm rolling with that. It's gotta be the other way. Well, I take care of them because that is noble and women like that. That's fact. And so if I can be frank about it, he doesn't do shit. So on my end, it's a whole different thing. Now, that part becomes a regret when it comes down to, okay, if I could have chosen to have children with somebody, I chose this one. Now, I had an opportunity to do it different, but I chose wrong because look at me now. Not to say I don't love my babies. I'm going to be real. I love Sinai.
Look at me now.
Look at me now. But he don't help me with nothing. And he don't fight for them. He don't advocate for that. It's not like, oh, man, he has a daughter that he hasn't seen since she was 4. And the reason he fought for her ever was because of me. I was the one who was with him at the time that was like, you need to fight for your child. You deserve the right. I didn't even have kids then. I was not a parent. I was in my early 20s. I didn't have them until I was older. And it was like, you need to fight for your daughter. You need to see her. You deserve it. That's your right as a father to be in her life and be active. His ex-wife took her and never looked the fuck back. And, he went into the court. I went with him just like, trying to be supportive and all that. That shit didn't last because it had nothing to do with him. That was my passion. That was my zeal. That was my motivation. Saying that's important. But you see what a person's really about when it's left on them to do. And so for me, a woman who has an abortion, to me, it's like, yeah, it could be your scenario where it's like, what about our right to choose? But it's a lot of women that, whether she chose he wanted it then or not, or he said he did, or he was on it and she considered that fact, she ends up in a situation where at the end of the day, it becomes her problem. And that's what happened to me. Because I was begged not to have abortions. I was begged, please don't. Sinai was not even a thought. When I got pregnant with her, I had already had abortions before. So when I had Sinai, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm having her. Mason, on the other hand, there was a thought. Because we were about to split. So it was like, hell fucking no. I'm not having no more kids with you. I already see what you do with her. What the fuck I look like? I didn't want to because it was more like, well, I know this is wrong. I'm 33 years old. I'm old enough. I have a good job. I'm able to take care of a child. Why the fuck would I abort it? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was conflicted just personally then. But it was also the idea, why would I procreate with this idiot again? But he begged. When I tell you, like, on his knees crying, do not kill my child. This is my son. I know it's going to be a boy. I knew it was a boy too. But it was like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Begged me. And you think in your mind, like, okay, somebody begging like Keith Sweat, they really telling you they want to have this baby and it's so important to them. And then they don't do shit for you? Like, they leave it to you? Like, it was just heartbreaking for me. So I'm coming from the other side of the coin where, like, as a woman, I hear you and I respect what you're saying, and I consider that in all of those scenarios. Therefore, my kids are here off the strength of me considering both parties, myself and him included. But the unfortunate part about it is, there's a lot of women out there that see what I'm saying, in the sense of, when it gets down to it, whether he say he wanted it or no, and I consider you, and I think about you, and I don't do it, then you fucking leave me to it. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers doing this. They capping like a mother. Oh, yeah, I want it.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I deserve an option to choose. Oh, yeah, I get to pick.
But hold on. There's also a lot of women out there that push dudes away and are fucking spiteful
Totally
and use kids against the guy.
And you're absolutely right. But then there's a lot of good ass women out here.
There's also that's part of the reason why dudes be like, you know what, I'm done. But
it's a lot of good ass women too.
I'm
not
doubting that. I'm not doubting that.
And these men are coming in talking. They're capping. I mean, this is really what's going on.
I'm not doubting
all
that.
Caps. Like, look, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna help you. We gonna do it together. Oh yeah, I really want this child. Blah blah blah. For whatever this narcissistic bullshit, because that's what it's about. If you want to be real, it's a lot of narcissistic motherfuckers in the world that's talking about what they want to do, and it's for the look.
There's a lot of narcissistic people out there.
It's for the look.
But I mean,
it's not about the raising.
I mean, that's like. I mean, like, for example, my kid's mom. Mm-hmm. Like, my kid's mom, she's a good mom.
Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl. She's a good mom.
Agreed.
Like, I give her, like, there's days where she'll say something to me, and, like, I want to argue against it.
But you know it's right.
But I know she's right. And
and
now I got to the point where I'm like, I won't even argue or debate with her. I just listen to what she says. I'll just tell her, okay.
But that's
and provide what I need to provide with what she's asking me for.
But I'm a good
but I will say that she does a lot that, like, for example, she's always putting the kids first.
Right.
Okay? She has. And I've always not thought about things that they've needed and stuff like that. Not because I'm not like, oh, I don't want to get them stuff. I just haven't thought about it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think y'all are wired too sometimes. Most men are kind of just providers in that way. Like, well, what do you need? And the mom's already kind of like, okay, da-da-da.
Like, when she knows I got it, when I just come ask me. And she knows damn well I'll be like, blam, here, go on.
That's what a man
I give her my card.
Does.
You know what I'm saying? Here's my card.
Isn't that what men usually do?
I don't know.
But it's true. That's how y'all operate. You're fixers.
I just give her my card, or you know what I'm saying? When I got it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But without even arguing, yeah, sure, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But honestly, seriously, like, when I look at her and I'm like, yo, damn, like,
she's a good mom.
She's a good mom, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I do give y'all that credit. That's why I'm pro, y'all's choice and all that. You know, like, I don't want to restrict y'all on nothing, but at the same time, at least give us a choice. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think women try to do
and
that.
I'm rooting for the good guys out there who want to be there, who want to be there for the kids or want to be part of the kids' lives. Because there is guys out there. I've known some who are just where I'm like, yo, goddamn, you got kids? I didn't even know it.
But I mean,
see what I'm saying? Like,
you never
goddamn,
see them with them. You never see them do anything for them. It's like the only time you see it is when it's a need to project that. Like on Father's Day, now you want to come. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like, but the thing is, this is what I'm saying to you. I'm rooting for the guy who is a father, who does want to be present. I'm rooting for him too. If a woman chooses to have a baby because the dude that she's sitting next to is like, I'm going to be there. And he's a good dude. And she is like, well, I choose to do this. And respect what you feel and also take myself into consideration, then I'm rooting for you. But my thing is, I'm also speaking for the woman who takes that into consideration, and there's a dude capping telling you, yeah. And then you have these children, and you know what? Let me tell you what's unfortunate. This is where a lot of that resentment, that bitterness comes in, because you literally become a byproduct of this environment where you become that single mom that everybody's talking about, where it's like you have no help. And I became her because it was never the plan to do that. Never. The plan was to have a family, to do what I didn't have, what I didn't see, and to defy that and break generational curses and all of that. That was the plan. But the unfortunate part is you feel like you know the person. You feel like, oh, I know who this person is. to me, I thought he had enough character that regardless of whether I'm with you or not, you're still going to be responsible for what you create, because ultimately that's law. If you create something, you have a responsibility to care for it. You have a responsibility to tend to it. You can't leave it to someone else to do. You created it. That's all I'm saying. And
I can every now and then, you know what I'm saying?
Listen to what I'm saying.
No, I'm fucking
in the
with you.
primary of it, in the grand scheme of it, that's how law works.
No, I know what you're saying.
That's
I'm just
the concept
fucking
that
with
people
you.
talk. I know, but that's the concept people talking about God. Well, God, you know, help me, save me. Well, God created me, and so you put that responsibility on that energy because you feel like that's my father, that's my creator. So, help me, care for me, do for me, you know, provide for me. That's the mentality. Well, that's because it's a law to that. You create something, you're responsible for it. So to me, I'm saying, and the thing is, spiritually, even with abortions too, people think that because these children did not manifest fully in the physical form, that they no longer exist. They are still spiritual entities. They still exist. Their existence is still manifest. It still did come to fruition because you literally, that soul did find its way into your womb, regardless of whether it was there for 8 weeks, 5 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. I've had conversations with my aborted children. I have literally had meditations where I've conversated and
So let me
connected.
ask you this. Do you think it matters as far as how because I can't really explain unless I say the
way.
Yeah, that I
Just
could
say
best
it
say
the way.
it. So I don't agree with abortions after
A certain term.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, look, by this time, you know what I'm saying, like, you had a lot to think about. That's my presumption. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about my presumption. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, and then on top of that, I'm like, you know, like the accountability part comes into play. But, you know, it's just, after that, there's also the heartbeat and all that. So I'm like, okay, well, look.
How do I?
You know what I'm saying? So
What do I think?
I think
is
there should be
period?
a point where you got to be like, look, no, you can't have an abortion. You know what I'm saying? There should be a point. You know what I'm saying? But
there is a point. There is a stopping point where you can't do it anymore. But then the thing is,
see that part too. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where that stopping point is.
There is a stopping point.
As far as right now, I know where it's at. But before this reversal Roe versus Wade, I didn't know where the stopping point was. Plus, I never worked in labor and delivery really.
I think it was up to your second or third trimester, and then once you got to that, you couldn't do it anymore.
Okay.
But I mean, to be real with you, honestly, now my take on that specific thing is once you are pregnant, it matters. Because the heartbeat is the first thing to happen. So when you go to the doctor at 8 weeks, that's how they know that you're pregnant. The amniotic sac, they're looking at it, and they literally show you this little seahorse-looking thing. But you know what they can identify? Heartbeat. That's the first thing to develop. That's the core. That's the soul. So it's like the first thing you do is boom, boom. Can you hear it? Can you hear that? You hear that? Heartbeat. So automatically, when you're 8 weeks pregnant, which is always when I catch mine, I caught all my abortions around that time because my body goes through this drastic change. You don't have your period, you get sick and all this. And
I know.
You feel weird. So
trust me, that video was
you
very detailed.
You go through it's a whole thing. So
it's a mutation. Y'all mutate.
It's a whole thing. And
I ain't even gonna lie.
Feel it physically. Your hormones change. Everything changes.
No,
and
your body physically changed.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like that video, I was like, whoa.
But I mean,
that is a different Great job, guys. You know what I'm saying? As far as who made that video, for me it changed. I don't know about other people in the class.
Well, I lived it.
I was like, damn, y'all really do fucking change. Okay.
I've lived it. I've lived it 6 times. So for me, I physically felt it happen. And go through it.
I agree. That's why I got a lot of respect for it. That's why I'm pro-choice with y'all.
Well, to me, I feel like if you are pregnant and you go through the abortion, you're automatically at whatever stage you're doing it. Whether it's 6 months in and it's fully formed, or whether you're 8 weeks in and it's heartbeats there. I mean, it's there. You know what I'm saying? So how you're going about it If you're taking it from the perspective of the body being developed versus it not, then you're totally missing what this is, because the body is literally the last thing to form versus the heartbeat and the soul and all those things are already there. And then the body is being built and constructed to house all of that. So then it's like, so now the thing to me is like, well, have some perspective, because if you're going to do it at 8 weeks, what is the difference but the body at 6 months? It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Okay. So no matter what stage you do it, you are responsible for what you're doing, and you are terminating a soul that's supposed to come in here. Now, how does that affect you spiritually? Oh, that's a whole nother level, because it does. And it messes with your womb. It causes trauma to it. And because I've been down it 4 times, the thing is, you hold a lot of that. So because I've been there so many times, and there's women like me. I'm not the only one.
I know you're not.
The crazy part about it is I used to feel that way. I used to be like, man, it's a lot. God, that's so terrible. What a terrible person I am. And I had to come to terms with the fact that that is not uncommon, and that is not rare. But when I saw this happen, there's so many people chiming in on it that have never had an abortion. And I thought that was the part that was very funny to me, because I was like, unless you've been in those shoes, unless you've walked it, where you've been pregnant and you had no idea what you were doing, you were scared, you were nervous, you were either raped or you had an ectopic pregnancy, or whatever your issue was for why you felt like you needed to go that route. Mm-hmm. You can't talk that shit to me. Nobody can talk to me and say, well, that's wrong or right. Whatever your position is, I respect. But for someone to ever come to me and be pro-life and to tell me, because I had protesters there when I went, where they got the baby fetus up, and they're like, and you see it on movies, and you're like, these motherfuckers, it's crazy. This shit don't really happen. Oh, yes, it does. You go to an abortion clinic, they're standing out there picketing and telling you to choose life, and you're killing your baby and all this shit. And I think what you don't realize, or what people don't, not you, but like what people don't realize about abortions is it's not as easy as it seems. They think you're going in there and you're just like, hell yeah, I'm about to fucking suck a baby out of me. That's good. No, you're just as fucking terrified. You're just as freaking mentally fucked up, and the thing is, like you said, with you watching the video, your body has now calibrated to this child. So you're connected to that soul. Your body started to change to accommodate it. You're going through a whole mess of emotion. I mean, I cried like, I don't think I've ever cried so much in my life when I had every abortion that I had. And the reason wasn't so much because I was just super emotional, but you are, because when you're pregnant, your hormones change. Mm-hmm. So you're crying and then the thing is, when you have the baby and it comes out, you have to recalibrate back to normal. So your body has to readjust to the fact that you're not pregnant anymore. Yeah. Because it was building up this, whole thing to build a human, and it's like, oh, no, we don't have a human anymore.
He said, oh, wait, never mind, guys.
No more human.
We're not building this house anymore.
We don't have a human anymore.
Sorry, they didn't want to pay for it. They didn't want to pay for it, guys.
But you see what I'm saying?
The lot's open again.
So someone can intimidate
like a house.
Yeah.
I mean, when you said house, literally, I thought about a real house.
But you are housing.
And you're about to build it, and the people was like, you know what? We ran out of funding.
But you
ran out of funding, guys.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. But I wanted to go with the funding part. I'm sorry. I mean,
but it is to make light of it. But for me, it's such an emotional topic to talk about because it hits home personally, and it's like you cannot talk about that, and people talk about it in reference like, oh yeah, well you have an ectopic pregnancy or you were raped but let's just say you're a 23-year-old woman who doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, has only known your boyfriend at the time for a couple months. You literally don't know where it's going, and you get pregnant. And it's like, and you just started your career doing this or whatever, and you don't know what the fuck is going on, and you're like, I'm pregnant? And never been pregnant in your life. You're terrified. You see what I'm saying? Now that's a scenario for, well, you need to just hold yourself accountable, and you need to just go ahead and take care. Yeah, you do need to be accountable, but still, 23 is it's a fuck up stage just like anything else. You did something in your youth where it was like, hey, I don't regret it, But a one night stand, that's what people do. People do shit like that when they're young. They do dumb shit. So to me, is everyone now like you're going to be arrested? You're going to be charged with manslaughter because you're being dumb? Because you're young? Because you make a mistake? Because you make a faux pas? You're going to do it.
I don't consider, see, that's the thing, though.
And that type of faux pas at that, like, to me, you're not.
Well, that's the thing, though. I don't consider reproduction, whether that be a one-night stand or whatever, as a mistake. I don't think life is a mistake.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, when I say mistake, I mean you put yourself in a situation where you have to make that choice. Right, that's what I mean. Right, that's the mistake, not the baby.
But there is a lot of people out there who do look at, like, oh, that's a mistake, and it's not a mistake. And
mistake is more the idea of you making a decision where now you're in a position where you have to make a choice.
What's that? There's this, the funny video where they have a little kid running after him, and they be like, consequences. Look at my consequences chasing after me right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's cute.
You ain't never seen that? God, I had to show you that shit. But anyway, it's always a little kid chasing somebody, and they're like, my consequences chasing me right now.
And so you see, it's a little kid.
Because
little children are.
But anyways, I thought that was funny, but I'll never look at it as a mistake. I never thought of it as a mistake. You just look at it as, oh, well, again, it's a choice. You did what you did. Now you got a choice to.
You have consequences
either
behind that choice, yeah.
That, but I don't look at life as a consequence.
Well, no, life is not a consequence.
I look at it like, oh shit, I drove over this fucking curve, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The law of cause and effect, bro. You do something, you cause something, the effects come with that. You get what you put out.
But as far as what I'm saying, the Roe versus Wade, I looked at it like as soon as they put up that fence, I was like, oh, they already made their choice. I knew they was gonna overturn it because they made their choice. They expecting that shit, and then, and the other thing though, as far as that goes, like, I'm gonna take, as far as your theory, your conspiracy theory, as far as theory. Yeah, you just said it a while ago.
Oh, I do.
As far as they're doing it for population control. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I don't think it's for population control. Okay. I mean, granted, I can see what you're saying as far as, okay, I can see that. But me personally, I don't think it's that. What I think it is all those individuals who sat there and made that law or talked to them judges, to persuade them.
The Senate is like fucking old as shit from like 19...
To make them overturn that shit. Mm-hmm. I sat there and thought about it. Okay, yeah. One, they're old. Then on top of that, when you look at the type of
demographic,
think of what it actually affects. Okay, like for example, a girl who gets raped, gets pregnant, right?
Okay.
A lot of times, girls that are raped is usually by somebody they know, a family member, okay, right. Stuff like that, or Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Okay.
How many politicians, celebrities,
higher up
visited that island? Why they wouldn't really release that list? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, anyways, my thing is about that law is that personally for me it is a form of control.
Right.
Okay. But now those abusers, the ones who want to sit there, because they also got laws. There's several states who try to pass laws about when it is okay for consent to be with an underage individual as
and
well.
To the statutes too, like when you can like sue or like I guess like file against a sexual predator or whatever.
So, anyways, and this is known. You got individuals in power who will sit there and use the law against you for you can't tell. So all those individuals who went to Jeffrey Epstein's island can continue doing what they're doing by using the threat of I'll throw your ass in jail. So now I can continue to abuse you. I dare you to abort this child. I dare you to go forward and tell them where this child came from. I mean, fuck. It's already out there, Jeffrey Epstein, all these motherfuckers, and then, I literally said it. Yo, these motherfuckers, they literally telling y'all. They want to continue that Jeffrey Epstein shit. That's how I look at it. Like, fuck.
I mean,
it's now a tool. These laws are tools for those who are in power. It's not really. It's set up for you to fail.
It affects you.
I mean, the system is set up for you to fail.
Most definitely,
okay?
I agree with you. I said that. Like that's.
I'm not saying you didn't, but I'm just saying it's set up for you to fail.
It's to benefit.
So if you put that in the case, look at the end. Who would benefit? Who benefits from that system? Those who are in power. Most of those individuals who went to Jeffrey Epstein's island, who was fucking with them kids. Look at Jim Jordan. The motherfucking politician, I don't know where he's from. He used to be a wrestling coach. Yo, he was hiding the abuse. Got caught up. Yeah, but he's still in fucking office. Guess what? Part of the law to overturn it with these courts. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You link those pieces together. You be like, oh yeah, now Jim, now you get to go here and tell this little girl, I dare you to go forward. Go forward with this.
I mean, on some...
Because I'm going to try and get you pregnant.
On a small, like, on a level of, like, there being, you know, that being accurate, I agree. I'm not discrediting what you're saying, because for me, there's so many facets to everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, for that can work for that, you know? And that can definitely be something they can use. Another thing they can say, we're going to do this.
History, especially during, you know, I don't know. We're gonna go on that in a second. They use it during the slave time, supposedly. You do this, I'll throw your ass in jail.
I hear you. I mean, for me, like, the whole thing of trying to, regardless, when you start, like I told you before we were talking about it, when you have anything that's like constitutional, or you have case law and you start dealing with like Bill of Rights, or you start dealing with amendments and things, and you start seeing those things being overturned, or you start seeing them put statutes or codes in place of those things, that's when you know that those constructs have been suspended, or those things have been torn down where you're not able to use them. Then you start looking at the court system and you start seeing how it's really not based off of law anymore. Now it's based off of ordinances. It's based off Commerce Court. We're dealing with admiralty law, things of that nature. That's when you start saying, well, damn, am I really in the nation that I was supposedly supposed to be in, or am I now in a whole political construct, a whole corporate construct? And then that's when you start digging into that, because anytime you can because case law sets precedent for things. So what you do is, like, if you go to court, and you're like, well, because now they're trying to overturn Brown versus Board of Education. They're trying to overturn that next.
Segregation of schools.
Correct. So that's the next thing on the agenda. Now, that's
from Topeka.
But mind you, you see what I'm saying? Mind you, this is an issue of these things sets precedent for stuff. And it's like, oh, well, if you go to court and you're like, or you go to a legal construct and say, well, they can't do that. Why? Brown versus Board of Education states, etc. When attorneys go to court, that's what they use. They use case law to prove or to.
Well, they got to use examples.
Exactly.
Of course.
Therefore, when you overturn case law and you make those things no longer relevant, then that goes out the window, and now motherfuckers can just make up legislation like they doing that now. But they can just make up whatever the fuck they want to do. Now in Florida, if your music is too loud.
Oh, yeah.
And they can hear you.
25 feet.
Now, mind you, this is based off hearsay. Because all a cop has to do is say, well, I heard your music. It was so loud.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you sure?
And who usually got their music loud?
Thank you.
Yeah.
But listen to this, though. That's based off of speculation. You can't prove it. Can they prove that they heard that?
No, you can't.
And so you can argue the point, but because of the fact that it's based off speculation and prima facie.
The only way you can prove it is if you have your dash cam on.
Which, let's be real, it don't catch none of the shit it's supposed to.
No.
But the point of it, but how you gonna catch somebody's music being too loud on dash cam when they're driving by you? This is under speculation. Now, say you're sitting next to them and you hear it, But even in that, if you're pulling them over, they're going to turn it down automatically. Why? Because they need to be able to what? Hear what you're saying. So can you truly catch them doing that? No. But based off speculation or hearsay, you can be like, well, hey, your music was loud. You know how many citations people are going to get for hearsay and speculation? Mm-hmm. You can't even, based off law, you can't even pull somebody over based off, unless you have probable cause.
That's the probable cause now.
That ain't even probable cause, because it's still speculation. Probable cause if you're committing a crime. Not you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just saying that.
No, I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm saying now, for them, they're going to use that as a probable cause
to do other shit.
Exactly.
Oh, you have loud music. Oh, let me search your car with no search warrant. Excuse me? Which they're doing that anyway, by the way.
They are. But this just opens the door more.
Well, of course, because now it gives them a reason to pull you over and speculate. And like you said, music too loud. Who does that? Primarily, what demographic does that?
Black people.
And what is that called? Do you know?
African Americans? Is
no.
that what you want me to say? What?
No.
I can't say black people? I don't know what that's called.
I was about to say.
What was it called? I don't know. I was lost as fuck when you went there.
When you do something based off how someone looks. That's
profiling.
It's actually called prima facie, but yeah.
Okay, prima facie, but it sounds like profiling me.
But it's a legal term. That's why I said it. I wasn't trying to
you fucking
undermine
ass.
you. It is. That's what they call it. That's what the police call it.
Well, I'm glad you said that though, but
the police call it that. They call it prima facie.
I never heard them call it prima facie though.
The reason they call it was in the Black Laws Dictionary. That's why. Okay. Basically, what it means is that you associate a certain demographic of people with certain things, and that's based off of the way you look. So you associate black people with loud music,
right? Because
they all kind of look the same. So every black person, well, that's what they say. So it's like, well, if you're black, you must listen to loud music. That's considered prima facie because everyone who looks like you, everyone who looks like you must do that. Or you drink water, you eat watermelon. Why?
Well, I mean,
because you're black. Because everyone who's black must eat. I mean,
it's a stereotype, yeah.
But it's just the
but I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you though.
The presumption that
some stereotypes fit.
No, I mean that's true, but
it's fucked up.
But they use that as a way.
They use it as a weapon,
like you said, profile.
Yeah, as a weapon.
It's like, oh, well, most black people are violating some type of law, and because you look like that, I presume that you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna fuck with you. Or you're walking down the street. Well, most dudes who look like you,
as an example,
you see what I mean?
No, to give you a good example, James was telling me about a time he had dropped me off at home. Mm-hmm. He had crossed the yellow light and got pulled over. Mm. First thing the cop says is some stupid shit off that didn't even relate to him going through the light. You know what I'm saying? It was like, do you have guns in the car? First thing he said, something like that. You know, James told him, don't even go to that first presumption. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I remember, he was telling me about it, and that's an example of what you're saying. Their presumption goes to the other stuff. No, he was told him, go to why you pulled me over. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you didn't pull me over because I have guns, motherfucker. You pulled me over because you think I ran a light. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Which I agree with him. Like, yeah, don't. But they're using that as a weapon to, maybe get you hostile so they can do whatever ill idea they have.
But they're also programmed to do that.
Yeah.
Like they've been trained to look for a certain type of person that looks a certain type of way, that fits into a certain type of demographic of people, and this is who you target, and this is what they look like, and this is how they conduct themselves. They're trained like that. Like, they're literally, like, I hate to say this because I don't like to, talk shit about anybody, really. But, I mean, honestly, that is like being a trained monkey. Like, oh, let me show you exactly how to do something, and I'm going to train you and then send you out. That's literally what they are, because they literally just take them to training. They teach them nothing about how to interface.
Yeah. They give them 3 months.
They don't teach them how to interface with the people. They don't teach them how to deal with people. They don't teach them any type of like communication or like de-escalation skills.
I mean, how much
all
do
they
you
teach
think
them
you're
is
gonna
gun
learn
training.
in 3 months?
Well, nothing about, especially if you're carrying a gun and you're supposed to be helping
The motherfuckers
keep the
keep a
community
little black
safe.
book in their back pocket, and the
Oh, I
black
know.
book is basic summaries of the law for each thing they may come across.
And it's not even laws.
Now they
it's
got a
codes.
computer now in their car,
And
so
it's
they ain't got the
codes.
black book no more.
But it ain't even laws. It's codes. It's vehicle codes. That's what they pulling you over for. Oh, you didn't change. Is that a law? No, that's a vehicle code.
Yo,
if you
let
go
me-
look
let
it
me-
up, what is the vehicle code? Like if you go to the DMV, you're like, oh, so I can't change over the lane, the solid yellow line or
Right.
the whatever, right? That's a vehicle code. That has nothing to do with a law. There is
Right.
no law
Right.
that says I can't cross that white line.
Right now,
Right?
right? No
Bullshit. That's what they're putting on you.
Oh well, I mean,
They're citing you and then they're suing you. That's a loss. No, you laughing.
you're right.
I'm dead ass.
No, because
It's a
I mean,
suit.
when you look at their perspective, I'm like, it's just a good
But it's
ass,
a
it's
suit.
good ass way of looking at it.
But they're suing you because
Yeah.
they're like, oh,
I like the way you put it. That's why I'm laughing. Like, well, that's funny, yeah. Because if you look at it like that, them motherfuckers are suing
they
you.
are.
But you're forced to pay anyway. No matter what, you're gonna lose. You
Because
know what I'm
they're
saying?
like,
Like,
oh,
you're fucking bad.
you
Like,
violated
she
our
said
vehicle
you're suing
code.
you. You never look
And
at
now-
it. You always call it a fine.
Well, they call it that.
Yeah.
But it's really a suit because it's like, okay, you violated our vehicle code. This is our roadway. And I'm a commerce agent. I'm
It
the
is
commerce.
really
I'm
like that.
walking up. You violated something, and then they're like, so here's your suit. Come to court and pay it. And when you go to court, if you ever notice, you go in there. Well, I didn't. I have insurance. I just didn't have it. Well, you need to show it to me, or you're gonna get. And that's a code. You need auto insurance. You need a license. All this shit is bullshit because there's no law that says you have to have a license to do this. There's no law that says you have to have insurance on your car. Like all that shit is ordinances and codes. That's statutes. Those are legislature. Those are things that they just made up and was like,
Yeah, that's at state level.
yeah, that's all it is.
Well, I mean,
And then all states follow suit, so they make it look cohesive, so no one looks like, what the fuck? You see what I'm saying? But even states have state constitutions, man. They talk about the one constitution and be like, oh, there's just one. No, there's a constitution for every single state.
yeah, I know, but
It's crazy, man.
But as far as a lawsuit,
there you go.
that shit was funny.
See, they say it.
The law, she's like, they sue you.
They sue you.
What the hell? Nah, I'm gonna go to court. I'm like, you're not suing me. Fuck that.
They are suing
Yo,
They like, we're suing your ass and you gonna pay us
yo.
for violating our code.
I like because I like the way you put that because it reminds me of when I sit there and tell people, like when I ask people how old are you, you don't ask people, well, what level are you? I'm a level 43. You know, I'm glad to be a level 43. I don't want to be a level 1. Ill experience. You know what I'm saying? Young buck. You know what I'm saying? Look at it like you leveling up, getting that experience.
It's a cold game
But-
out here. That's why I be like, abortion,
But
this, that, everything they doing is
and they doing it based off of also they supposed religion, which is bullshit too. But whatever.
the same religion that they use to manipulate and to usurp and racketeer people all the time. That's what they're doing.
I tell you what kills me about it though. What really trips me about it is there's women out there who actually agree with the
Pro-choice?
Yeah,
Or pro-life?
Yeah,
Yeah, there are.
I mean, as far as like, she doesn't want to be able to have that choice.
I agree.
Where
Yeah,
I'm
but
like-
these are traditional.
Where I'm like,
know-
yo, don't you sound like that's a bit betrayal to me? Like it sounds like for me, I'm like,
Well, the thing.
you don't want the choice?
Well, no, because they're having babies. So a lot of women who, like I told you, the
Okay.
person who's saying that they don't think you should have a choice are the ones who've never had an abortion. They've never, that's my thing. A lot of people speak on things that they've never experienced. And I think that becomes the problem. When you become very advocating or passionate about an issue that you have no real understanding of, and you sound stupid. Because for the one who doesn't know what it is to lay down and do that to your body and understand the position that you're put in, and to make an assessment and have an opinion and say, well, and they have a right to that. They have a right to believe what they want, but to infringe on someone and to come and stand out in front of an abortion clinic and put up a sign and say, well, you're a murderer and you're doing this.
Yeah,
Who the fuck are you to tell somebody? Because I have the right.
I don't agree with that. And see, there's one thing.
Don't
too.
you have the right?
I saw this video of this one lady, this blonde lady. She was a news. I don't know. She was on the news or whatever, like a news anchor or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I agree with her full-fledged on this one. Like I said, I like the balance, keep things fair, even whatever. True. But I agree with her wholeheartedly about it. She was like, she was like, look, you can believe in God. I don't. Okay? She goes, I don't. You can believe in God. I will fight for your right for you to,
to believe in that.
To practice and worship your God. But I find it despicable that you actually won't fight for me so I can have my choice.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's a valid point. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Again, you can't sit there and you don't agree with it. Well, don't do it.
But don't you have
the
right?
Don't force that decision
infringe
on somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying.
Just because it's based off of your belief. Well, not everybody believes, and I tell motherfuckers all the time. Not everybody believes what you believe in. All right,
which is fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, not
you need to learn that. So don't force motherfuckers. Like when we had them talk to Claybo. Basically, Claybo, when you talk, it's fact. No, the fuck it ain't. And motherfuckers have to believe what you saying. No, motherfuckers don't. And I told his ass that, like, motherfuckers ain't gotta believe what you saying, dude.
What I've learned is we can say fact in the sense of it being factual for us.
Oh, yeah.
But I think when
I told his ass, like, just because you can say the word fact doesn't make it a fact, bro.
No, because it doesn't resonate with everybody's world and their experience is different. Oh, yeah. Depending on who you are. And when they say it's your world, it's true. We're all just co-stars in your show, your co-star in my show. It's our world because we are creating it. And the thing is, if something is true and resonates with you, then it is factual to you. It's your perspective. It's your take. It becomes truth and knowledge for you. But there may be a person that hears the exact same message that you hear and it doesn't resonate with them and it doesn't become real for them.
Nope.
And to me, at that point, it just becomes an issue of allowing. That's what I said way long time ago about being tolerant. Because I feel like too often as people, we have these strong ass opinions and they're so rooted in our take on stuff. And it's like, I share a lot of my insights with people all the time. But the one thing I always emphasize is like, man, look, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just sharing with you my take.
What I know.
Yeah. And it's like, if you take it, cool. If you want to keep on going and believe that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, go right ahead.
So be
you want to believe that you was a slave, go ahead.
So be
it. You know what I'm saying? To me, you want to believe you shouldn't have an abortion, feel free.
Now I will turn around and be like, and question you on some of your beliefs.
Which is
you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like the flat earth theory. Like, oh, well, I didn't question that shit. I laughed at it the whole fucking time.
But the thing is, even with him saying that, look, maybe for you it wasn't the truth. But in his mind,
it was.
It's true. And does it make, and this is what I learned about perspective, though. Anything you can facilitate in your mind is true to you. So to him, the earth is. And therefore, it is.
So let me ask you this.
And for you, it's round. So guess what? When you look at it, it is.
Let me ask you this.
That's the dope thing about the mind.
Let me ask you this. Well, the mind could be fucked up, too, because think of this.
Here we go.
Think of this, like real shit.
Right.
A schizophrenic.
Okay.
They don't see what we see.
True.
Okay? They actually see shit, all right? So, and that's the mind basically playing tricks on their ass, you know what I'm saying? When you look at it, it's...
Well, schizophrenia is actually looked at as spiritually, it's looked at as a positive more so than negative. It's just, a lot of times it's misinterpreted, and then for the person, if they're not in tune with what's going on or they're not developed, because I'm telling you, if you look at people with mental health issues or like mental problems, they're either highly intelligent, highly creative, something dope that they can do that like you're like, oh that's shit, like this motherfucker can. Well,
I used to work. That's what I'm saying. I used to work for people with mental and physical disabilities for years. You know what I'm saying? So
do you feel like maybe there was a level of that ability was suppressed? Because a lot of times when you get into those facilities, you're on medications. Now you're dealing with them telling something's wrong with you.
No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, some of them be on medication. Well, all of them be on medication, but not to the level where they're out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Where they're not functioning.
Yeah, but it does change the facilitation of the process of the mind.
That's because it's when you look at what they're dealing with, then you're trying to help them as far as relieve whatever it's pain or the ability to move and function better.
Okay.
So, for example, like individuals I took care of, like one individual, you know what I'm saying, he had the umbilical cord wrapped around his throat when he was,
a baby.
When he was a baby. So, but, when you see him and talk to him, you wouldn't think he had a disability.
Mental issue.
His issue was he could not make sound decisions.
Okay.
So he had that.
And so his cognitive ability to think probably was damaged in the process
As far as what you're saying, his cognitive skills, the man went to school, he could read, write.
But he couldn't rationalize.
As far as, hey, I want to jump from the third floor over there, man. I'm about to go do it right now and go fucking do it.
Yeah,
like, hold on, bro.
He didn't have the ability to discern.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? And I had that situation where he was trying to do that shit. I'm like, no, bro, I don't give a fuck if that's your uncle or not. You're not going under my presence. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? He was really wanting to try and climb the scaffolding. No, motherfucker, no.
I mean, from what I've read about mental disorders and stuff, spiritually it's just it's like a dimension type thing. You know what I'm saying? They're just on a whole different level. So they see entities, they hear voices.
Right.
They're in tune with that. And
I've watched the homeboy go from normal to schizophrenia.
Like schizophrenia.
No, not to like. He did go to schizophrenia. Like, we watched this motherfucker. That's when we figured it out. Like, oh, shit. And it was a funny situation that we had with that. But anyways, like, what I'm saying is that, don't get me wrong, they do have, higher intelligence, certain individuals. They do have special abilities where they might be able to, like, damn, you got that fucking strength on you or something. You know what I'm saying? Something. They do have their abilities, their traits, or whatnot. I've witnessed it firsthand. They got Special Olympics we took them to. You know what I'm saying? And there was even, I mean, I'll give you another example. I mean, y'all might say I'm going to hell for this one, but it was funny. I'm sorry. It was funny as shit. I was dying. But anyways, we had this thing. It was called Dayhab. Where we would take care of individuals. What we did was we take individuals who had disabilities, where they're Down syndrome, physical disabilities, whatever. We integrate them back in the community, like go to the mall, the movies. Basically, I was just hanging out with cats all day. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling with them, which was cool with me because, all I did was just hang out anyway, So anyways, we went to this rec center. It was like a rec center, but it was for, and so, it was a big open area. And, one day I'm just chilling. And next thing I know, I hear fucking 50 Cent come on. This is when 50 Cent first came out. You know what I'm saying? Up in the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, like, they got the music here. Like, and I'm brand new to this shit. Like, oh, this is a nice job. You get to chill, listen to good music, whatever. Just pay attention to your individual. You know what I'm saying? Or how many individuals you got, because you can have a few. You can have up to 6 of them motherfuckers,
At one time.
Or at one time. So anyways, I turned to look, because all of a sudden I'm hearing this. And I was like, hold on. I turned and looked, dead ass, I swear to fucking God, There's this white dude, he had Down syndrome. This motherfucker had a bandana around his head. And he, he was like this in the mic. And I'm not fucking with you about this part. Right behind him is a white girl with Down syndrome. She got a bandana on her and fucking dicky pants up to here, And she behind him is backup. I bust out fucking laughing, like, no fucking way you did this shit, they like, quit laughing. What are you laughing for? This shit is funny, bro. I'm bad,
You're not gonna go to hell,
though. They was like, you should be laughing. I'm sorry. That was funny. This motherfucker, I'm like, 50 got him going, dog. Like, hell no, But you know, like so, and then too, you know, I've seen individuals they got boyfriends and girls, and I'm like, yo, oh, okay. I've been sexually abused by them. Like I'm chilling one day, we had this one girl, I can't remember her name, but yo, I can't remember what her disability was. She was real fucking hyper, and she was like 60 years old at the time. Yo, she came up behind me and grabbed me by the ass. I'm like, whoa, like, blow. You know, I'm not one of them cats where you touch my ass, I'm jumping through the fucking roof.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because it's real sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she grabbed my ass. So I'm in front of all these motherfuckers. I jump up like, what the fuck? Turn around. She's darting around the room. What the hell you grabbed me for, yo?
She's trying to let you know. All good.
Yo, this should be funny, yo. And I've been attacked and stabbed like 50 times by a fucking pin from somebody who has schizophrenia. That's what I'm saying. I used to take care of individuals. They actually saw different shit, yo. And so like,
I know.
Like,
but that's a dimensional thing too. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like, you know how you like you're
I don't know.
in one dimension, but like your mind may be like in another, and you can't really process what's going on. And that's kind of what the astral plane does too. That's the next dimension up. So that's the fourth where you start like formulating.
I don't know about all that. I mean,
you never looked up the astral plane before?
I mean, I've heard of it. Yeah, but
research what it does.
As far as cats in a different plane because of schizophrenia.
Well, no, not to say that it's called schizophrenia. What I'm saying is that they're on a different plane in regards to the mental ability to connect with certain entities, and they're experiencing different things, and they're here in the third dimension. Well, and then schizophrenia is what it's deemed to be.
I don't know, because the individual I was taking care of, the reason why he became schizophrenia is because his fucking ass was huffing paint. Okay. I don't know about this other dimension he might fucking be in now, because he done sniffed some goddamn paint. This nigga done fucked up brain cells.
But
you know what I'm saying?
About mental disorders, because I think there's always a spiritual correlation with a mental anything on the planet has a spiritual correlate to it, whether it's a mental disorder, whether it's a physical disorder, whether it's what, like we were talking about the womb yesterday. Take the womb out of the woman, it takes away from her essence, because the womb is a representation of creative energy. You remove it, and guess what happens? There's a part of her.
Yeah, but sometimes that essence has to be removed because of issues.
There's never, let me just say this, and I'm just going to say it like this. There's never a need to remove anything from your body that was brought on the plane with you. There's always, now I'm not saying that we are not in a society or in a situation now where the food and the water and all these different elements have started to taint our systems, to where now modern medicine needs to remove this and take this off, and we need to have surgery for this and such and such. So don't let me knock what you do.
No, I'm listening.
All I'm saying is there is a need for everything in your body. And when you remove it, your spiritual body still has a imprint of that there. So like, say for instance, like it's called your etheric body. So it's considered your light body or your spiritual body. So like when your leg gets chopped off, when you get it amputated, if you were to do a outline of your aura or of your essence or your etheric body, your leg, the whole leg would still be there. The physical leg is gone, but there's a spirit, there's levels to this. That's
beyond
what I'm saying.
All that, motherfucker can come in there with fasciitis, necrofasciitis, yo.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Sorry, that motherfucker gotta go. Okay?
All right. I'm not saying it don't gotta go.
All right, how about...
But what I'm saying is there's different bodies that you have apart from the physical.
Now, as far as just taking the shit out, yeah.
But I mean, taking it off.
Why are you just taking it off? You know what I'm saying?
Taking it off, out.
Whatever. I mean, it's supposed to be there. Nothing was wrong with the fucking shit.
To me, it's just like, there's everything that's...
Motherfuckers come in there with cancer and shit. Trust me, I'd be like, yo, have you seen that shit?
But cancer, all it is like...
a mutation of your cells.
Right? And it also is a hardening of the organs, because that's what cancer means.
Oh, yeah.
To harden. But, I mean, like tumors, for instance. tumors are literally like your body engulfs whatever the bacteria or the fungus is.
Yeah, to protect
and it protects it from spreading across your body.
Well, tries to.
Well, yeah, I mean, but when they bust it or they bust it and it starts pressing against
that's mostly what your lymph nodes are for.
To shrink down,
to contain whatever,
what's going on,
like cancer. So most people, when they get lymphoma, that's because what happened is it's only a one way in. There's never an out when it comes for your lymph nodes.
Okay.
When it goes in your lymph nodes, it's in there.
It's gone.
So with cancer, it can't destroy it. So it just builds up and builds up. Next thing you know, the lymph nodes blow and bam, now you're fucked.
Because it's just all over your body.
And your lymph nodes is where, you know what I'm saying, it's literally
distributes everything.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And on the anatomy chart, they show it. They color it as green. So when you see the green vessels, they're referring to your lymph nodes. Mm-hmm. Then you got your red ones, and then you got your blue ones. The green ones are your lymph nodes. Mm-hmm. The red is your outflow.
Okay.
And blue is your inflow, your blood.
Right. So. And of course, for me, that within itself, I mean, we're talking about the body and how it works and it functions. I mean, there's a spiritual correlation with all of that too. And so for me, that's what I say. I just feel like we talk about things like very 3D, like what, not us, but in general as a society. When we talk about illness, when we talk about the body, when we talk about, what's going on mentally with somebody, we talk about shit very right here on this planet, this plane, what's going on right here? Yep, that's all I see. Mm-hmm. And for me, the way everything really correlates is there's more going on. You know how it's like, I'm watching a play on a stage, but there's a whole mess of people in the background doing shit that I don't see. Mm-hmm. That's spirituality. That's what's going on with us, is a whole dimensional, a whole spiritual correlation going on in conjunction with the physical manifestation.
Show me.
Well, I mean, I can't really physically show you, but I can definitely tell you that it is going on, because when you deal with illness,
how can you tell me it's going on if you can't show me?
You can feel what's going on.
That's like telling a motherfucker who believes in God, that's faith. It's the same thing you're trying to preach, though.
But it is that, isn't it?
So how can you tell them they're wrong?
Well, I don't. I would never tell them that. If somebody said they believed in God and it was like, well, I have faith that God exists, okay. I'm not going to be like, no. I'm not going to be like, hell no. I'm going to be like, okay, cool. Because faith is powerful. If that's what you believe, you can manifest whatever you want it to be. And God is a culmination of many things. The concept of God is literally that. So to one person, from a faith standpoint, God is a being sitting on a cloud with a scepter. And who am I to say no? For me, it's an energy. It's the invocation of something. But to everyone, it's something. But to who his own is wrong by another. I'm not going to tell you no. But my thing is, even in the concept of spiritual correlation, the reason why I understand that to be true for me is because I understand that there's laws to this. And I've learned them. And there's laws to the planet of how nature works. As above, so below. That's law of correspondence.
But how do you know that's true? Because it's what somebody else wrote.
Well, the reason I understand that to be true is because I understand nature. Like the concept of everything is repetitive. Everything is an issue of repetition, because I watch the seasons change.
Right.
So I see that come around the same way every season.
Not no more, though.
But the concept of it.
Yeah, I
like
know.
The concept of it's winter, it's summer, it's spring,
right.
It's fall, it's da. Days go around in whether it be a false or incorrect pattern, it's still a 24-hour period. You know what I'm saying? Certain things just are. I see gender on the planet. I see me, I'm female. I see you're a representation of masculine energy. That's gender. I see that. I can visually bring that to life. I see that with animals. That is a law. You see what I'm saying?
So let me ask you something.
So to me, when you say to me, okay.
This is a crazy question.
Okay.
This is off topic, but it's an interesting question because it's also part pro-choice, which deals with this Roe versus Wade, but on a different level. So let's say this female, she transitioned to male.
Mm-hmm.
Would you date him?
No.
Why not?
Because your essence is still female. I can't. Especially if I know about it. Like, that's my thing. Like, for me, it's an energy.
And that's another question now that you said that part, too.
It's an energy to it for me. Like, when you deal with the transgender thing, like, even when you look at, like, shows or you'll watch stuff where, like, men are women now, or, like, men are women now, you can hear it in their voice. Even with them having hormones and shit, there's a certain level of, like, you can still hear the woman in them. I can literally hear them talking and it still sound like a woman to me.
Yeah.
Or like you can just feel the energy of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like regardless of whether you've transitioned, you're beautiful. You could be a beautiful woman and a guy and be amazing. But I can still tell. Or like you can look at a man that's now a woman that's now a male and you can still tell, like, there's an essence to that. Because for me, it's energy. It's not just about how you physically look. Because people can deceive you physically all the time with how they look. Mm-hmm. Women can put fake eyelashes on, a weave. They can get their butt done. They can get fake boobs. And there's an essence to that. And you're like, oh, you're not really this person that you're presenting yourself to be. But it sure looks like it, don't it? There's an energy to that. There could be a man that could be physically attracted to you and your energy is fucked up. And he's like, no. Can't do it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for me, it's an energy. It's an essence.
See, I never looked at it as energy. For me, as far as like a male turning to female,
you couldn't do it. And the reasoning?
For my reasoning is because, like you said, you're still a male.
Yeah.
Like just because you can cosmetically change your body doesn't change
your essence, who you are.
You're still born
inside.
And then because I've done surgery, I'm in surgery.
You know how
I know how it works. I'm not gay. I don't have a problem with gay people, but I'm not finna stick my thing in an inverted thing.
Well, there you go.
You see what I'm saying? It's still a penis. It's not a vagina. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just rubbing two dicks. It's not finna happen. I'm not finna do that. So, to me, you're still a male. You're like, I'm cool with you doing what you do, whatever. But no, I can't be with a transgender from male to female.
Well, even still, like you talking about when we talked about, remember the energy of things, like how you create. And I was talking to you about sexual energy, and I was like creative energy. And it's like, oh, masculine and feminine come together, right? And there's the most powerful creative energy on the planet, right? Well, if I'm with a girl who's transitioned into a man, I'm not dealing with masculine energy. I'm not creating with that. Regardless of whether she got a penis now or whatever. Still feminine. There's still a natural aspect to what we're doing. And that's not to say that it's not okay. It's not nature. And I've told every person I know that is gay, that I've spoken to, because I respectfully allow people to do what they do, and I have no problem, and I have a lot of people that I know that are gay and that I have love for, and they're dope people. But I did emphasize that point. I was like, look, man, it's not about it being not normal, but it's not nature, and that's different. You see what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do, but it's not nature. That's not the law of nature. That's not a principle of law. It's not natural law to say masculine, feminine. It's just not. When you deal with gender, it's masculine, feminine. Even when you deal with yourself, masculine, feminine. You're not dealing with feminine. Oh, you're just a representation of the feminine principle, but you have a masculine aspect to you. There's a balance there. There's a cohesiveness there. There's a counterpart. There's a divine counterpart with you, within yourself. So why would you ever be able to fully reach your full potential in a situation where you have no representation of that energy present? You have two masculine beings, whether change gender or not. So for me, it's like you have to respect law. Like you can't, to me, that's just what it comes down to. Like you gotta respect law. Like you have to respect the law of rhythm. How the pendulum swings one way, is the pendulum is going to swing back the same way. So like For instance.
But my thing is this though too. Because I still got a question I want.
Oh yeah.
I want to ask you prior though. But as far as this part, who is you to say what is law or what you think is law?
Well, I'm speaking divine
From
law,
what you-
and it's based off me.
Right, because like some people look at it like, well, I don't believe in what you believe in.
That's
Again,
fine.
that falls under that. So as far as you saying it's not natural or not law, well, they're looking at
Not
you
nature.
well, first off, animals do this all the time in out there. They do. We done seen.
In order
you know what I'm
to,
saying?
in order
Not
to procreate.
yeah, you're looking at one aspect. So.
But that's what I'm saying, because
We got-
the concept of sexual...
And that also falls under, how can you just categorize it? Because you're looking at our genitals as just reproduction stuff, not something that we can use as just enjoyment.
But the concept of sex, anyway, is been animalized and turned into something very low vibrational. Because the concept of sexual energy is to create and to procreate.
But that's your idea of it.
That's
never,
all I can say.
I never looked at it like, oh, the idea was procreate. Well, yeah,
But I mean, we're talking about spiritually.
Well, first off, what if, as a guy, yeah, I like women. What if I don't want kids? And what am I going to do with this?
But
Just let it motherfucking hang there and do nothing?
But you can create with that. I told you that the other day. I'm like, you can manifest and create and create on a mental plane with that, because it's energy. But my thing is, you have to be wise who you create with. This is what I'm saying is the animalistic part of it is that we now just fuck whoever. We don't think about who we have sex with. We don't rationalize who we have sex with. And we damn sure don't create with the right people. And then now it's just this animalistic thing where it's like, oh, I just lay down and do whatever, and I'm just fucking the fuck. That's what we're doing.
Are you passionate again?
Yeah, a little bit.
Cause you yelling at me again, girl. I ain't mad at you. I'm like, yo, I know she passionate.
That's all it is.
I thought she wasn't mad at nobody. I'm fucking.
I'm really not. I'm not even upset.
Nah, but seriously, but
people
that also
can think whatever they want.
But that
I
also
respect that. But I will say this. Understand, you can see that's natural anyway, because you see what sex can become. You see the lower vibration of what sex has become.
But that's the same thing with intelligence. You can either be stupid and be stuck and stagnant in life, or you can be intelligent and create da.
True.
But you enjoy this in life.
But it's how.
But you don't have to look at it as just as a tool for that.
I don't just look at it.
But
as a tool for that.
but when you say what's
dealing
natural or what's law,
Well-
you are looking at it as just that.
Well, when you're dealing with
And again,
nature,
if you got somebody who's straight and they want to procreate, who don't want to procreate,
but it's just procreate.
so why do what I just can't have fun with my thing?
You can't.
Okay, so why do
People do it freely all the time. I'm not saying you can't.
Okay, but
for me, that's why I keep emphasizing me.
Why does it matter where I put my thing?
It matters because it's not nature.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who is
Because
you
it
to say
doesn't-
what's nature?
Nature says that. I don't.
Because you're looking at it as a reproductive standpoint.
No, because I look at, animals are not even on high intelligence level as humans are. They don't even have the cognitive ability.
That's not all true either, but still.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Shit, because there's fucking dogs that can sense when you about to have a seizure.
But
and
they
shit
have
like that.
senses where that's just a natural occurrence.
But
they
that's
have the
intelligence
ability to
as
sense.
well.
I'm not saying they're not intelligent. I'm saying they don't have the cognitive ability to rationalize like we do. That is why we are considered higher forms of
creation. But you don't know what crows can do?
I'm not saying they are not intelligent.
They rationalize
but there's
all kinds
level,
of shit.
Listen, there's a level of intelligence from rock kingdom. Rocks have intelligence.
I understand that.
Minerals do.
Okay, but anyways,
Listen
go ahead.
to what I'm saying. Minerals have intelligence. Plants
not
actually, no, plants.
No, I agree with the plants
Plants
part.
can literally, if you step on a plant, It can recall that you did it.
Trust me, I talk shit to vegans and vegetarians
and
all that
listen,
shit.
you can talk a plant to death, or you can talk a plant to life. You can literally replenish them.
Look. I'm pro meat. So when a vegan starts talking shit, I'm like, look, you're killing my plant. I don't want to hear it. Plants have feelings too. So I'm with you on that.
Life form, including even the minerals to the rocks to cells to everything, has intelligence.
Man, stop playing with the rock shit, yo.
No, rocks really do.
Man, I know you like to play with rocks.
They're literally.
I can understand vibrations and shit, but not this intelligent shit.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead.
That's considered an intelligence.
Okay, whatever. That's a new. I can see the perspective, but go ahead.
If an amethyst has the ability to help heal with addictions, isn't that a form of intelligence?
No, it's a form of like what can I say? Like
that's an intelligent property.
So
anyway, moving on. Rocks, plants, dogs, animals, whatever. They have a level of intelligence. The thing is, the human or the male or female, whatever you want to call us, has the highest form of intelligence because we are cognitively able to rationalize and to think and to do all these different things. Animals tend to operate in their nature. The thing, what I mean by that is, you go to a lion and you're like, hey, lion, now I'm a human. I can sit and talk with you, friend. I understand there's an opportunity to connect. You know what the lion is thinking?
I'm hungry as a motherfucker.
And I think I'm about to eat your ass.
Fuck you
Not
up.
because I don't like you. Not because I'm able to rationalize the fact that you're a human and I shouldn't eat you. Because my nature is, I'm hungry, you have flesh, I'm going to eat you. That's their nature.
Sex ain't got no nature.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
First of all, sex is not all about sticking your P in somebody's V. And sex starts with, excuse me, the term sex actually deals with gender, okay? So the concept of sex is masculine, feminine. Starts there, okay? Then the concept of physical sex is an issue of a connection between masculine and feminine energy because everything has gender for a reason.
Hey.
If it didn't, this is what I'm saying. That whole non-binary bullshit, I'm not buying it. Don't tell me I don't identify as anything. I'm non-binary. I don't have any gender. That's bullshit because everything does. Even if you say, even if Jeanette Monet is like, well, I don't identify as anything. I'm non-binary.
Yeah,
bitch, you still a woman. Excuse my language. Are you not?
Oh, now we using bitch.
I'm just
look
saying,
at that shit. She want look.
I'm just saying.
She want equality, but don't want to give equality.
I gave equality,
motherfucker.
As
soon as I say bitch, though, it's a problem.
He rubbed off on me. That's why. But look, man.
Anyways, go ahead. She
you
said,
a woman.
Bitch, you're a woman. That's funny.
Are you not or no? I don't care what you say. I'm non-binary. Guess what? Feminine. You are a woman. You have a freaking. You have something down there that distinguishes the difference, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, when we go to that,
I mean,
now let's go to
when you go logically, yeah. What I see,
okay,
but
and you see now.
But it's a matter of what they
now,
feel.
Okay, but see, that's what people don't do. They don't use their mind and their intellect. They talk about what they fucking feel all the time. People in their damn feelings. That's why everybody's so political. You can't say nothing, and it's like, well, I feel like I should be able to do whatever I want to do. I feel like I should be non-binary. Just because you feel like it don't mean you ain't female. Just because you feel like that you should be able to have sex with men or women doesn't mean that nature doesn't constitute you to sleep with a different gender.
No.
Why? Because you cannot procreate without.
Hey.
Like you told me. What did you tell me? You need me.
No.
You need me to make a baby. Right?
Yeah,
did
I did.
You say it or not?
I did say that.
Okay,
but hey.
Why do I need you?
But hey.
Why do I need you?
Why are you blowing up on me?
I'm not blowing up on you.
Why
do I need you?
I agree with you.
Why do I need you?
I just got to be the devil's advocate.
Why do I need you, though?
Because I got the thing.
What thing
you
you
know
got?
what I'm saying? I got
What do
that
you have?
thing.
You got the spark, correct?
I got the spark.
Okay, so you have the spark. So how the fuck am I going to have sex with a woman and I'm going to make a baby? Or I'm going to create from that?
Again, that's why I said you keep bringing up that you keep looking at it as a reproduction aspect.
No, but even we're talking about creative energy. Dude, I told you can literally go and have sex with your partner. Listen.
But you keep going back to the child, though.
I use that and I digress. Listen.
Okay, well, you
let's
can't
say
use it no
creation.
more.
But that's a form of manifestation and creation. Because if we're talking about creating, a baby is the highest form of creating you can do. But listen to what I'm saying. Okay, let's talk about something minimal. All right, me and my partner want to manifest a certain type of experience. Okay, I'm having sex with a woman.
Let me ask you something. Do you know how that person feels?
Which person?
This individual over here.
Where are they?
Anybody.
Like a
Yes.
woman?
Anybody who's
No.
non-binary, gay, straight.
No, I don't.
Okay, so
And I empathize with them. I do. I have
all I'm
empathy.
saying is this.
I've shared this
who
with
is
my
you
gay friends that I actually am literally cool with. These are people that I absolutely
I'm not
love.
saying you homophobic at all.
I
Yo,
didn't
so
say you
don't come
were.
at me trying to defend me because I got gay friends. It's like a white dude trying to say, hey, look, I got black friends.
I have black friends.
Okay, I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't even trying to
I'm
question
telling
none of
you
that.
because I don't
What
want
I'm
you to
saying
think
is, I haven't yet,
that
goddamn it.
I'm trying to come and like.
No, I haven't thought
forget
that. All I'm saying is you don't know how they feel.
No,
and I
can't
understand what you're
empathize,
saying
but
about
I've
people
talked to
and
them
their
about
feelings.
it.
But people's feelings are valid, yo.
No, they are, but this is the thing. You can't get so trapped into feelings because you know what feelings do?
Well,
Listen.
I understand that.
Listen to
Go
me.
ahead.
They change.
They do.
Laws
They do.
don't. But listen, law don't. But feelings change all the time.
They do.
From one day to the next. Oh, I feel like this.
Hey,
I'm passionate about that.
laws change.
Oh, no. Listen,
We just
honey.
saw Roe versus Wade change.
That's
That's
listen,
a law.
Listen to me. That is legislature. Let's be clear. Don't do that. Don't do that to me because I promise you, natural law don't change. Motherfucker, sun come up every day, moon
It
come
do.
out every
It do.
night.
It do.
Thank you very much. That's natural law, okay? And for me, you can't have a baby without a penis, and you
Again.
can't have it with. I'm using it.
What if
I'm
somebody
using it.
who's
I'm
straight,
using it. I'm using
Again,
it.
somebody
You
who is
can't
straight.
have a baby without masculine and feminine energy. I need sperm. You need an egg.
Again.
It cannot be done. That's natural law.
Again.
Is that not natural law?
Again.
Is that law or not?
Okay, it is.
Can
but
you use the
again,
masculine and feminine to have a baby? Natural law.
again,
That's law.
if a straight
That's
person,
law.
a straight person,
You can't constitute. You can't argue that.
Hey,
Can you argue that?
God damn it! Again, if it's a straight person who doesn't want to have kids, because you keep bringing up this reproductive
Okay,
shit.
well, a straight person don't want to have kids,
if
but
it-
you want to create on the highest level. Get you a man or a woman.
Who
to
said
do
they
it.
want to create?
You should want to create because you can.
Motherfuckers don't always want kids, so
So
no, they
I'm not saying
shouldn't do anything.
When I say create, I mean use that energy to
Okay, so
create powerful
again.
manifestation.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying, not a baby.
Who is you to say that this
Now, if
person?
you want a
individual-
low vibratory, I'm not saying you can't, but you can low vibratory all you
How
want.
you know that's low vibratory?
When you're
That might be
when
high
you're-
vibratory
when
for
you're-
them.
When you're fucking for nothing
Again.
for peanuts, it's low vibratory. I'm sorry.
My God, yo, you back to the fucking reproduction shit.
No,
you
no,
keep
no,
going
no.
back
What
to
did
the
I just say?
reproductive.
I'm not going
if
back
it's
to reproductive.
if it's about the vibes, yo,
You're not listening to me.
who is you to say?
Then you're not listening.
No,
to me
you're
because
not
I
listening to
wasn't
me.
talking about a baby. I wasn't talking about that. When we talked about reproduction, we were talking about that. When I talked about creative energy, I was talking about manifesting. Me and James and you
Okay.
sat literally
So
right here
who-
talked about that.
Who is you to say them what they're creating with this individual of the same sex is not high vibratory?
Nature says that.
You say that.
Nature says
Because why?
Nature says
Because they can't
because
what?
the highest
Because they
form
can't
of
what?
creative energy is masculine and feminine energy.
No, it's not.
Oh, you motherfucker! You are full of shit. Stop. Don't do it.
She said,
'Cause
"You
now
motherfucker."
now you done went whole left. Hell no.
Hey, look, I
No.
gotta be the devil's advocate. I gotta
sorry.
dig where
I
your
hate
head
to
is
be
at.
the one-
That's what
I
I'm
hate
doing
to
right
be
now,
the one
digging
to
the
tell
fuck out of
you.
your head and
I
spark
hate to
and
be the
triggering the
one.
fucking. What do you mean?
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but
What you mean break it to me?
Unfortunately,
Yo, I'm trying to figure out where you at. That's all. You ain't breaking nothing to me. I ain't gay.
Okay, but unfortunately,
But all I'm trying to
It's
say is who is
unfortunate.
you to say what is what?
I'm not.
You
Not
are
anymore.
when you say that.
I'm saying that based off of what I studied and what I personally have
Okay,
taken into my knowledge
again.
base. I'm not one to say anything, but
Okay,
I
well,
can tell you this
well,
because
these
if they do it, that's cool.
these individuals over here
That's what's
who read their religious beliefs said you
That
can't
got
have a
nothing-
fucking abortion.
That doesn't mean religious belief.
That's you
That wasn't
believe
a
what you
religious
read.
belief.
You believe what you
But
read.
that's not based off religion.
But that's not based on fact on what you're saying either. Just because not everybody believe in what you believe.
But when we talking about nature, brother,
Again,
it
not
is
everybody
based off
believes
fact,
in what
'cause
you
the sun
believe.
sets and the moon rises. They don't have to believe it. That don't make it any less true.
Okay.
You have an astrology.
Okay.
Listen, you
It
have.
doesn't
Listen,
make
hold
any
on, hold
less
on.
true that-
You have an
doesn't make
astrological
any less
makeup.
true that-
You have
that-
astrological energies
It
that's
doesn't
working
make
for
any
you. Can I
less
say
true
this?
that
Can I say
individuals
something?
who are of
Do
same
you know
sex is
anything?
making less vibes than others.
Okay. You're absolutely right. But also, there's an astrological energy that's working for you right now that you're completely unaware of. Does that make it any less true that it still works for you, that you're still affected by it? Hell no. Because the truth of the matter is, it is what it is. And for me, when you're dealing with energy, and the highest form of creative energy is masculine and feminine, how can it be anything but a
Don't be cocking your neck on me.
unnatural and lower vibratory? Doesn't mean it's not vibrating, but a lower vibration if it's not done in a natural way. There's nothing more higher form than that. You cannot. And we're not talking about babies. We're just talking about creating. Now, that's not to say that you can't manifest on a lower level, because you can manifest on many levels. You can vibrate at many different frequencies. You can lower vibratory and create. You sure can. I'm not saying you can't do that.
Not everybody believes in your law of nature.
Okay. They don't have to believe it. That doesn't mean they're not subject to it.
That does not mean they're wrong either.
I didn't say they were wrong. But that doesn't mean that they're not affected by it. You're affected by the moon energy, and you don't even know half of what that energy does, but it still affects you. You're affected by your astrological energy or the planetary shift.
So let me
but
ask
are
you
you
this.
aware of that?
So
No.
since-
Does that make it any less effective on you?
So since we're talking about that energy,
Okay.
what is this energy like? As far as, is it good, bad?
Which one?
Individuals who are,
I don't think it's anything to do with bad or good, because there's nothing good or bad. It's either it is or it isn't. It's either natural or it's not. It's nothing about good or bad, because everything is what it is. That's polarity. My thing is this: it's not of nature. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
whether they do it or not, I don't care. Whether they create from it, not to say they can't, but is it the highest form of creation that you can get? Is it going to manifest on that spiritual high Christ level? Probably not. Why? Because of the fact that it is not in order. If you're in disorder, you should understand that. You're a Libra. Everything is an issue of order, or what's just. And that's the issue of order. And that ain't got nothing to do with God, Jesus. That ain't got nothing to do with the court. That's about being in order. If you out of order, if you're not in line with nature, that's in conflict with it. Literally, the planet responds when we do things that are not in order with nature. Hurricanes and tornadoes and motherfucking monsoons.
So
and
that's a
tsunamis.
negative energy then, is what
That's
you're
not
saying.
negative. It's an issue
No.
of no. Listen.
If what's not in order is negative.
No, incorrect. What's not in order is an issue of disorder. And what things will do. No, that's not negative. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You looking at it as something bad. It's an issue of something that can be put back together. It's something that is, if you're at dis-ease, that's the issue that your body's not at ease. That doesn't make it a negative thing. That just means now you have to put it back. Because it's polarity. There's an extreme of everything.
So you think
temperature's the same thing.
So
hot and cold bad? If it's cold, is it bad? And if it's hot, is it good? No.
So you saying
it's just
so
hot
you saying,
and it's just
so
cold.
you saying you can fix a homosexual
No. What I'm saying is that
by
when
putting
you're
it back in order?
No. Because an issue of fixing somebody is not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is that anything that is not in order with nature is in disorder. Therefore, it is an issue that to get the full effects of something, you have to be in line with nature. You have to be in agreement with it. That's what I'm saying. In order for it to get the full scope of something. That doesn't mean you can't use the energy. That doesn't mean they don't create from it. But there is a ceiling on their ability to do that. You know how I know? Because when you have, and I'm gonna go back to reproduction because and I have to.
You ain't got no choice.
But I have to because that is literally something that when you put the masculine and feminine together, they can do, which is natural. When you put two people of the same gender together, just like that creative
doesn't mean
energy.
you're gonna get what's natural out.
No, you're not. You can't. You have to go to a masculine person to get that, correct? You have to be like, well, we're in a relationship. We want to have a baby. Hey, sir, can I use you? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
That's
what you're
when
saying.
it becomes, oh my God, there is a seal, there's a cap on this. That's not to say they can't use the energy. I never said that. What I'm saying is that there's a cap and it shows itself and manifests itself in the sense of like if you see the child or the form of creating where you create life with the womb and the sperm, but then you have two of the same gender and they can't create life. Now you see there's a cap.
I know what you're saying.
You see what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
And personally, for me, you know, like I ain't disagreeing with you. I just wanted to see where your head was at.
But I love all of people of every type of, No,
I'm not saying you didn't. I just wanted to see where your head was at, just challenge you. But as far as the energy and all that, I don't know much about that.
I know you don't.
I haven't read up on the energy and rocks and vibrations and.
But did you know that rocks have intelligence, like minerals?
No,
and
I didn't,
rocks?
and I still don't.
You should look it up.
You're gonna have to show me some shit. I'm not finna look that up.
You should.
I'm
Plants
not.
do. Animals
plants,
do.
yeah, I can see, but rocks
do. Yes.
You'll just have
it's metaphysically proven that. And let me tell you, what's so dope is not only did you incarnate as a human, but you've also incarnated from the mineral kingdom all the way up to human. So you've worked your way up.
Yeah, we'll have to go further into that.
It's called the etheric body,
maybe on next Thursday or something. It's called what?
There's a book called The Etheric Body, and it talks about your light body, which is the body I was telling you about, where like you lose an appendage and literally.
And you read that book?
I have read the book. I have a lot of books at home. I'll bring a couple to you, but literally, I mean, dude, because I have a whole little library.
I gotta turn the heat on, air on. It's fucking hot again.
Yeah, it's hot in here. But literally, like that whole book talks about how you come from the mineral kingdom to the plant kingdom to the animal kingdom to you've been all of these things because this experience is a full scope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You came here to get experiences. You came here so that you could be well versed. That's why you're here. So you have to be everything. That's why you have to be masculine and you have to be feminine.
Well, I don't have to be. It just comes out.
Well, that's why but I'm saying like when you incarnate, that's why they be like, well, why wasn't I just male the whole time? Because you can't get a full perspective if you're just male all the time. You're only going to understand life from one spectrum.
I was not a woman before.
Right. Okay. So you have to get the full scope. So you have to be a rock. You have to be a plant. You have to be a dog. You have to be, you have to be an animal. You have to be all these things to have a full perspective. Because if you only understand life from one scope or this experience from one scope, it's like your soul doesn't grow in that. But to be everything, you have an appreciation for everything. And then you feel connected to everything. And then when you're masculine in one life and feminine in another life, it allows you to understand what it is to be a part of the feminine, to be able to be a part of the masculine, to be able to embrace both, to be able to appreciate both.
It's just a Libra trait. We were good at that. So I was never a woman in past life like you try to say.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I didn't come from no damn rock. I was always that real one.
Okay. You a real rock. And a real woman, by the way.
But anyway,
like,
guys.
He's trying so hard.
I thought there was somebody else. What?
You try so hard to reject what I say.
I'm not rejecting what you say.
You do.
It's getting late, and I gotta get home.
Me too, man.
But you just gotta bring that info in. And,
I got so many books
and just some things for me just seems kind of out of fetch, like rock intelligence.
Everything has intelligence because everything comes from divine mind.
She's almost going left like Claybo on me, yo.
I could never go there. That fool all the way off in damn. I don't even know where at.
He flat earth. She say rock intelligence. Okay, yeah.
Rock and you. Oh my God! Again. Everything has intelligence because it comes from the same divine source.
And she said we came from a fucking rock.
No, I said you've been.
Yeah, she said I've been a rock before I was a chick.
Oh my God, you sound like a nut. You sound like a nut bag.
What you mean a nut? You don't want to sound like a nut bag telling me what I wasn't.
She was a rock.
Yeah, that's crazy as shit.
Why wouldn't you experience every step?
Because a rock is not alive.
It is. Everything has an essence. And everything is an issue of having a soul or an essence.
Look.
Everything has it. Even rocks. Look. Just because rocks don't talk, they don't have a soul. They don't have an essence to them. Everything has a spiritual correlate.
They don't have lungs. They don't have a fucking mouth.
That means they're not alive?
They can't. Hell no, they ain't alive.
Because they don't function the way you do. They're not alive. Because they don't breathe air. But plants breathe air, but they don't have lungs.
In a sense, they do. What do you mean?
But plants don't have physical lungs.
They're organic and are alive.
They filtrate.
They're organic like us and alive.
They don't talk.
Give a shit. There's a lot of people who don't talk.
But rocks don't talk, and they don't have physical lungs. But they still are alive. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I just told you that
I am.
Crystals literally have properties and intelligence. They have spiritual properties
and intelligence are different things. Properties are like elements.
Those are aspects. Like a person's intelligence, I have the ability to discern. I have the ability to think. That's a part of my intelligence, correct? That's a part of my intellect. My ability to discern, to think. I'm able to do this. I'm able to rationalize this.
And tell me how the fuck a rock does that.
Crystals have certain properties. They have the ability to expel addictions, or they have the ability to protect, or they have the ability to. Is that not a part of intelligence?
No, that's.
So a crystal has the intelligence or the intellectual property to be able to expel energy, because that's all that we are is energy, literally, and it can protect. It can repel. It can It can curb appetite. It can curb addictions. It can heal. Crystals can heal. Those are rocks.
I'm not energy. I'm organic.
You're
organic
energy.
like a motherfucker.
You're energy, sir. You are energy.
Man.
You are literally energy inside of a physical shell. This is a housing that you're in.
Okay.
That's why when you die,
I can see that.
You leave the shell behind you literally do not have anything inside of it. It is dead. That's energy.
So it's a soul.
Yes.
So you believe in God?
I do.
I thought you said
But I don't
you didn't.
believe. No, I never said that. I never did. I don't believe in God from the aspect of how people do.
Oh, okay.
Some religious
Maybe that's where I confused it or something. Because I don't believe in religion.
Because God is, for me, God is an energy, because the etymology of the word God is to invoke. To invoke means to literally manifest, to create. So God energy is what I'm talking about, because you create with that.
Hey manifest. Guys, we need to shut it down.
We do, but he's
and she keeps going on.
No, I don't. So does he. You're so full of shit, man. Knock it off.
We both do.
Knock it off.
I just like to point the finger.
Because he likes to challenge my shit, and every time he does it, I always have something for it, and that's what I'm saying. Don't come for me.
Well,
don't come for me unless I send for you. That's what I say.
Fuck all that. I'm coming.
Don't come for me unless I send for you, because he don't want to know.
That's why I'm glad I got on the show. She makes it fun, yo. So.
No, he didn't say I make it fun.
You know,
You're welcome.
I mean,
you're welcome.
I put it like this. I have somebody who I can have, you know,
banter,
different conversations with. You know what I'm saying? About, you know, like crazier stuff that people.
I'm popping his mental cherry, everyone.
Oh, shut up! I pumped yours. No, I'm
yours.
kidding.
Yours has been popped. See how long my hair is? Look at that.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
This shit.
But anyways, guys, hey, we won't be here Monday. You know, that's the 4th of July, so enjoy the holidays if you
be safe too.
If you celebrate the 4th of July. You know one thing I always say to people, you know, every year we celebrate like what do Britons think?
Britons?
Mm-hmm.
Britons?
People from Britain, Britain, the United Kingdom, whatever. I don't know who the fuck invaded us, and we, beat them from our independence. The Britons, goddammit.
Hey.
So
what? Charter.
Yeah. So every year we celebrate in their face.
Oh, that's a celebration of them.
Independence Day, 4th of July.
That's what it's supposed to be. I thought Independence Day was a celebration of the what is it, Declaration of Independence or whatever. Like in 1776?
Yes, that was from I was from the British.
So we supposedly defeated the British. Is that what we supposedly did?
Yeah, they invaded us.
But how is it
they burned down the White House?
But how is it that so what they did was just destroy the actual United States of the Republic with the Moors that were actually the presidents at the time. I have a question for you before we get off. Who's the first president of the United States?
Fuck, I don't know. I know he's black, though.
What's his name?
Abraham Lincoln.
Incorrect.
No, I'm kidding. What's the first? It's George
Hanson.
Washington.
No.
Yeah, no.
He's
right?
the 13th.
Yeah.
George Washington.
I know he was black,
president.
though. I just can't remember the name.
John Hanson.
And now that you said it, now I remember. But, yeah. And he was
yes,
black. And the funny thing is...
And that's what they burnt down, see. They burnt down that United States of the Republic, and then they reestablished it as a corporate entity under British Charter, and then George Washington was the first president of that corporate construct. Just a little tidbit for you.
Bring that in so we can share it.
I will, actually. And I also
for me, I love history, and I also love...
Bring that $2 bill in so you can see him on the back with the Whiggamores, too.
I got the $2 bill there, but...
Do you have it?
It's with Obama.
Oh, that's a fucking bootleg one. You got to get the one that has the actual Whiggamores and John Hanson sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
On it, because it has him back
We have to check it out.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, we got to shut it down. It's getting late. We're way past our time.
We're past our bedtimes.
We're not, way past it. But anyways, enjoy your holidays. We'll be back Wednesday with...
I won't be.
With Boards and Bordeaux.
I will not be here. I will be back on next Monday.
You get to see some food. She's gonna miss it.
Y'all are gonna miss my beautiful face, though, aren't you? I know. And it won't be as fun without me, but hopefully somebody will be here to fill my spot.
God damn it, man.
So yeah.
But anyways, I'm gonna have to invite somebody because they're bringing food on, and I can't eat it all by myself. So.
And you do need to bring Yesenia or.
Yeah. So probably Yesenia or something. If she's able to walk.
And shout out to her. I hope you heal well, and I hope your surgery went successfully, my love. And we'll see you as the next Hot Topic does.
But yeah, y'all, and again, y'all go visit some of the people that we had on the show, like Leah Leia's Bananas.
Man, amazing, dude.
Oh yeah, we gotta go live stream that.
Yeah, he's gonna watch me be converted to a BB.
Go hit up Just Pecans by Monique.
Yeah.
Go hit up Cuties and Cupcakes.
Yes, man. Please call the party bus. Spa-themed parties for your youngins, 3 to 16, guys.
Go check out these experiences, y'all.
Yeah,
so make sure y'all do that.
We doing a sleepover on Saturday.
Huh?
We doing a sleepover on Saturday. LOL.
For the party bus?
Yeah. This little girl, she's turning 4, and I'm doing her sleepover for her. LOL. It's going to be dope.
About to get these little kids drunk on apple cider.
Oh, here we go.
And see, I'm already yawning. But anyways, guys, we got to go.
Good night, guys. See you guys next week.
Good night.